WIFTBPM.
Mays Jackson.
Oh, you on the Mays Jackson show? What's up?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
Hey! Okay, hold on. I'm going to make an official nomination right now that we make Katie the new president of the phone club. Riis, can I get a second from you, man?
I second it.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Everybody tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. If you vote that Katie should be the new president of the phone club, please signify by saying aye. The ayes have it. Congratulations, you are now the new president of the phone club. Katie from Ashburn.
We did it. We did it. You're going to be the next president.
How you doing, boss lady?
Fine. Thank you. I accept that nomination. Thank you.
All right. You got drafted.
Mays Jackson.
It's the Mays Jackson show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Mays said, we out.
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in a day. Father, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, 'cause only love can conquer hate. You know we got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Picket lines, picket signs, don't punish me. Brutality, talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like gangs fighting the wave.
Oh, something about your baby. I'm ready. You make it easy. You make it easy. You make it easy.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people? You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show. Ask me every single day, what's in it for the black people? If you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that.
Wow. Yeah. Damn it.
Let's get down to business and go in and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Just society. We can close schools, left much to be desired. Police had internet, naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hair. Not being at 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. So it's 40, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let the prison down. Man, while the sick need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 now he's shutting all the windows down. Not enough Escalados to even give a round. So we can fail witnesses that pandemic is no such thing.
Yo. Wake up, Chicago. Wait, they saying something's wrong with the sound. Check it out.
So, wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. On a Monday morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Yes, it is Monday. We are all back. Hot Mike, what are y'all talking about? What is going on? We straight? What we sound like? This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler in the building, as well as Ms. Ruthie Moore. Ruthie Moore, how you feeling on this Monday morning?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Good. So what you usually you be like, it's Monday. You usually be tripping on Monday. I think I'm tripping on a Monday today, but it's all good. No,
Two people can't be tripping.
That's good. I'm glad you ain't, because I certainly am a little concerned right now. Let me turn that. I feel like I got sound going on that I'm not prepared for. I don't know how to turn the alerts off on my phone. On my computer. So we're going to figure it out. But anyway, look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, my girl, Ruthie Moore in the building on a Monday. It is Monday, the 3rd of October. Which means as the first of the month. I apologize to everybody on the Maze Jackson payroll. I did not realize. So if you look in your Cash Apps, your fees are there. I did not realize it as I was writing the date on the piece of paper. And I do feel like I remembered it on Friday. Saturday got away. I was out a little late on Friday. Saturday got away from me. Sunday, I was super slammed. And so, I try to do it, though. So, it is Monday, October the 3rd, the first Monday of the month. Ruthie Moore is feeling good. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling on the ones and twos?
Blessed by the best. How y'all doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. So it is the 3rd of October. Let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get this thing up and away. It is the Maze Jackson Show on a Monday morning. I'm feeling away, so we're going to do our thing. You didn't hear the opening thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of crazy because you was plugged in and everything. And
yeah, man.
It's the retrograde.
It's the who? What's the retrograde? What does that mean?
You ain't been keeping up with that?
What's the retrograde?
Just a very negative change in energy happening. It's called the retrograde.
What do you mean? Where does that come from?
If you just been peeping, it's been a lot of little stuff happening. Probably in your personal life. I noticed it too. In your personal life, and then you look at the world. It's a lot of things happening all at the same time.
The retrograde sounds like a bad thing. I'd be looking at my personal. Like, I feel like my personal is getting better and better and better. Like, what you say retro? So that's like a thing? I
can't believe you haven't come across that.
The retrograde. No, I'm gonna have to check that out and find out what it is. The retrograde. What? Okay. Where is this?
You ain't in the cosmos like that.
No, I'm not into none of that earthly. I feel like that's the devil's hand.
Oh my goodness.
So like, I still be thinking of cosmetology, not cosmetology because that's makeup school, but cosmology. What is it? The study of the science and astronometry.
You close.
Astronometry, right?
Astronomy.
Right, astronomy. Black people, I want to put an extra syllable in there. Astronometry. So I'm not an astronometry guy, but I do think that the astronomical signs, sometimes the characteristics do kind of match up. So I don't know. But I ain't in the track. So it's a retrograde for Aquarians too?
We good.
Okay, I was about to say.
Always, we the best.
Thank you, Chris. Christopher Divine, I'm thinking you need to start joining us on Sundays, man. You kind of, I feel like you in the right lane. He said it's an excuse to act up. So that seems like the same thing as Mexican Independence Day parade. Then, if that's the retrograde, an excuse to act up.
That's funny.
That is funny. He was good. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler, Ruthie Moore in the building. Invest Southwest. Back on Front Street. I do not think that the mayor learned the lesson, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later. Have you ever heard the phrase, do not buy ink do not argue with people who buy ink by the barrel? Okay. That is like one of them Benjamin Franklin statings. Like when you cross the press, then they're going to use their ink. You can say words, but they can use their ink every day to splatter you.
That's deep.
And so one of the things that I think the mayor in her first 3.5 years did was antagonize the people who buy ink by the barrel. And now they use Twitter by the barrel. They use the cranes. Let me tell you what's about to happen. And we really need to be prepared for this, which is what's going to lead to my final topic. The mayor's about to face what will be, and she is about to get Todd Strogered over the next 6 months by the media. And if you don't know what that means, it means that the media is going to run the anti-Lori campaign, right? Because she, remember, from the black, the no more black interviews to the white people was offended by it. She has just offended local media consistently, always going to the national media, and now coming back. This Invest Southwest thing, Cranes done wrote an editorial. Sure, she started with them. Then they went on TV and she said, if those writers don't know, then you come to the South Side because they haven't been to this part. They was like, we know our way to the South Side. We've been there. Though who you think you talking to? You from Ohio. We from Chicago around these parts when our Negroes was in order. Just telling you. And Dwyer was like, I'm not having it. So now let's start here. The mayor's got an ongoing war with the Tribune. Right? She just picked a fight with the editor of Crane Chicago Business.
Sometimes Cranes be like,
hey man,
they be petty sometimes.
Cranes is petty.
They be petty.
It's okay. You know they was petty for me, but she was loving it. I keep the same energy. Could keep the same energy. Now the Sun-Times. The Sun-Times goes, how long before she get, let me see. She ain't, Fran Spielman be with the alderman all the time. So the alderman tell her all the dirt. So they body slamming her too. So I'm just going to tell you. So all 3 print outlets she is at war with. They are all sworn enemies, whether she likes it or not. So every story, welcome to Maze Jackson world.
She need to holler at Dan Prof.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Wouldn't that be an alliance?
I think she was part of the alliance at first, and then Dan Prof. She can't be cool with Dan Prof after them.
They got that pull quick though.
Because them screams was piercing.
They pull that quick.
They got a good 3 weeks in. That bad boy was going. Then have you seen the Beverly Miles commercial?
No.
Man, they got a Beverly Miles commercial. Man, I'm gonna pull that up. We gonna play it. Beverly. Dan Prof and them got a Beverly Miles commercial
from when she was running for governor.
No, since after she ran for governor. You ain't seen that?
No.
Beverly Miles got a commercial.
She in it, or it's about her?
No, it's like direct to camera high on Beverly Miles. Amy Pritzker done ticked off a lot of black people.
What?
Now, it's not going to be... So we're going to talk about this in a minute, but they're telling me that JB... There's 3 polls. One saying JB is up by 5, one is saying he's up by 10, and one is saying he's up by 15. Let me just say this. Even if he was up by 15 against Darren Bailey, that would make him look like a very weak candidate to me. If he don't beat dude by like 20, 25 points, he gonna look weak going into the presidential. You can't beat.
Into the what?
Remember, he running for president.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
J.B. Pritzker is not going to run for president.
Are you crazy?
This his kingdom.
No, he bought this kingdom so y'all can be quiet.
Kingdom.
That's why. Look, Ruthie, you're going to have to listen from 7 to 8 because we missed a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm going to break down to you. So first of all, J.B. Pritzker that's why he's investing in all of these statewide races and all these governors in these governorships so that when he goes to the state, they can have a welcome dinner for him.
No, I don't think J.B. Pritzker wants to be president. I think he just wants power.
Which is the ultimate president.
No, I don't think he want to be the face of it. I think he just want to fund it.
Okay, I'm going.
Because that's really who own it.
Well, he want to fund. He want to play for the team he owns, as Jay-Z said. Right, I play for the team I own,
and I guess you got to put him in if he own the team.
Right. Put me in, coach. But
I'm gonna need. But come on, he got to have to do some more reps though.
No, first of all,
some more reps.
Watch. Salim already told you. He said the next after he win this, watch JB gonna start shrinking.
You think he gonna get like a surgery or something?
He is going to be on. No, he's gonna take a. We're gonna start seeing pictures of JB on the track. We're gonna see him on the treadmill. Then all of a sudden we're gonna see JB, and he gonna come back, and he gonna be half a J.
Got it.
He gonna look like what's half a? Okay, so
he's just gonna be J, not JB.
Right, J and not J big. He'll just be J.
Interesting.
Now, then. And so, Ruthie, see, you got to be with me on this because then I'm going to explain to you how this all leads into the mayor not getting the casino, right? And why she ain't going to get his endorsement and why this whole thing is just, why Stacey G is really Stacey G. Like, the more and more I unravel this, they like, okay. And I must tell you, respectfully, I think that old Chewy got a wake-up call.
What? Straight up.
Oh, now Stacey MF&G, she put, like when we do 7 to 8, y'all gonna be like, damn. And then you gonna see how it's all interconnected. And you gonna be like, this I am.
Base. Yeah. Because J.B. Pritzker made the least offensive comment, he'll never be president. That will come back to haunt him, and it will, and because if enough black people just act offended,
I ain't no who.
Didn't Joe Biden say that he ain't want his daughter in classroom with monkeys or something like that, and then we make him president.
He was on. I don't know.
Y'all, Ruth, I'm with you on this one. I'm not honoring none of that. Black people forgive everything. Look, is it a concert? Watch. Is it a selfie? I told y'all back to taking these selfies. Like I straight up, y'all be like JB be coming to the joint like him and his squad be coming to the joint high off their own seeds, and y'all be taking pictures with them while we ain't got them. Please, you Negroes ain't finna do nothing. They finna cash them checks and be like, "Thank you, JB," and it's all good. And it's like you're right. I'm the least offensive now. It is a contest. They have when JB come around, it is a least offensive Negro contest.
Who gonna be the head?
Who gonna be the least offensive offensive Negro when JB come around? Like I really do be like, how do you walk them up? You ever did something to people like you jacked the whole entire black community of weed and gambling. $1.9 billion they made last year in gambling in the state of Illinois. Settle black participation. Settle black participation for $6 billion in on weed. We ain't got nothing. And dude be walking through like, what's up, y'all?
Pass me the blunt.
Two and pass. Oh no, I wrote my own. Thank you very much. I grow my own. Y'all, man, it's so ridiculous. Okay, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, hold on, Ruthie Moore, my man, DJ Riis, the Ruler. DJ Riis, the Ruler on the ones and twos. I did that already. We got the soul plane off the ground. So we talked about, so Invest Southwest. Your girl, the mayor. We got some deciphering to do today.
What newspaper was it in?
What?
The new project that you read about. Was it in all the news outlets or only like specific ones are reporting
which
on
project?
For the new Invest Southwest that you about to talk about.
Oh, I'm not about to talk about the new one. I'm about to talk about all of them.
Ooh.
Cause they're gonna stalk her on these now. Like she shouldn't have. You know, like when you could be like, leave well enough alone. Stop waving.
But she never has.
That's
been
your girl.
She never ain't been that type.
Okay,
y'all know she gonna double, triple, quadruple down.
Guess what? She gonna quadruple. And again, she's writing the headlines. She's writing. They are doing the commercials.
But think about but what's the alternative? Like she has to believe the stuff that she's saying.
You have to believe.
Like literally, she has to because if she don't, then the whole little house of cards gonna fall. So even though we know it ain't real, like she gotta keep going with it. It's the ultimate play. That's what everybody do.
It's the ultimate.
But the thing is
the lie.
Now more people are just calling her out on it. Most of the time, the media just be going along with this stuff. But now because she ain't the darling anymore, like now they want to try to pick up. I mean, when she was a darling first, when she was the first black LGBTQ woman, and she thought that was going to give her enough cover to make the press be cool with her.
Oh no, y'all remember black ain't enough. Now the LGBTQ might save her, but the black ain't enough no more. After we saw what happened to Robin Kelly,
I don't think none of it enough for her.
Wait, what?
I mean, it's over with. Look at how the media is talking about her. Because
it's over with?
Most of the time, the media, like they a part of it. So look, if once they turn on you, like you said,
oh, she is. Look, I'm here to tell you. This is like right now. These are the commercials. Invest Southwest. So when she says, I put over 2 billion, cranes reported, Invest Southwest was the biggest sham ever. Right? And as she keeps allowing, like as she escalates the rhetoric, then the written rhetoric will escalate that I can then extract and turn into a commercial. So now it's not only Crane said, it's the biggest flop in the history of, right? She's gonna keep making quotes that are going to be in TV commercials. She's going to keep manipulating the data to her benefit. And Cranes is going to be like, actually. Right. You a lie.
You know, they don't never say it like that. That's why I said they petty.
You a lie. So we're going to have a segment. We're going to have to start. And you're going to be like, you a lie. We got to find somebody to be like, we got to get somebody like, you a lie. You know how this is. You a lie. Then you can just be like, every time she say, you a lie.
You can't say that. You gotta say story.
You telling a story. You a lie. You telling a story. You a lie. You telling a story. Then when she go, well, anyway, that's all right because we're gonna talk about all of this in a little bit. So as she continues, remember I told you it's gonna be a fire sale at City Hall. 12 weeks paid leave. The mayor just gave 12 weeks paid leave for parental leave, whether you are the birth or non-birth parent.
That's wild.
Now, what is a non-birth parent?
The father, or or the.
What's the or?
See, I knew you was gonna walk into that one.
You know, it's like how it's the non-birth parent. So it may be someone with someone they not give birth. So they're in a relationship. Come on, man, you know what that is, man. The non-birth parent. They're both parents. One of them gave birth, and the other person didn't. See?
Okay.
They used to call it maternity and paternity leave.
The non-birth parent is the open-ended end. That's all I'm just going to tell you. Because it's going to be when you can't have a child, but you have a child, and then you have one, and then you're going to be able to take off 12 weeks. Not tripping, not bugging out. But I thought
that's just equal rights.
I thought.
Equal rights.
So you can meet a girl,
or you can meet a man.
That's where you want to go with that.
I'm just saying. Non-birth parents.
I would like to focus on that 12 weeks is not a long time to be off.
What?
It's a shame that this policy is just now coming into fruition.
Like 3 months.
This is why This is why families are not healthy because of workplace stipulations and policies like this. And I know people that worked for CPS, but they wanted to start families and they left. And because the policy is just so messed up that you can't even really be off unless you gon' take your sick time, You have flexed your short-term disability out. Like, it's a shame how people have to finesse this system just to be able to stay at home with their baby. You should automatically be able to stay at home with your baby for the first 6 months to a year of their life.
You can.
I agree. You certainly can.
With workplace benefits covering it.
Who pays for it? Who pays for that?
Who pays for it?
If it's not the government, who pays for it?
If it's not the government, well, I wish it were the government. But secondary, it should be the private company that you work for.
I'm gonna hire a robot as quick as I hit. Let me tell you, I wish I would. Like, let me tell you, I'm just saying, you essentially would break. Like, so wait, so I had to pay a year's. Like, I'm just talking in business sense now. I got to pay a year worth of salary for a job that I cannot. That means I have to pay 2 salaries for the same job. Yeah, no.
That's why women hide pregnancies before they start jobs.
I got it. I'm not tripping. I'm just.
You know how hard it is for people to interview if you are pregnant. You cannot go. You better not go to a job interview if you're pregnant. Them people ain't gonna hire you.
I mean, I won't say that. That's a long time to be off with pay.
I mean, it gotta be a year, but
can you work from home?
6 months? Is 6 months sufficient?
Can you work from home after like 2 months, maybe, or see, you know?
That's why we don't have healthy families.
I mean, you at home with the baby.
I'm not
doing what? What you think you sleeping too?
I mean, you can just do it whenever. So I'm gonna.
That's a full-time job in itself.
So then, all I'm gonna say is, yeah. Well, I'm not. I mean, I think it sounds good. The government will have to subsidize that. Let me just say this. Let me just say that straight up. Because if that was the case, then I would just go out of business. Essentially, so for a year, I gotta cover a salary that I don't, and then I have to replace that salary.
Then just check this out. I'm an owner. Next thing you know is after you didn't come up with your year, now you don't want to come back to work. Now you quit my job, and now you just got free money.
I think that there is a family of somewhere. There's got to be balance. That's all I got to say. I just don't know the economics of that. I mean, I'm with y'all. It's just the government got to pay for it because the business can't. Not if you ain't AT&T 3 million times bazillion. If you trying to make payroll.
If the government paying for it, then we paying for it with our taxpaying money though.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's spread it out. Cause we beyond the government all the tax. The government pay for it. We can all pay for it. We can all have healthy families. But if the owner got to pay for it by itself, then you gonna have a healthy family and mine gonna be done. Yeah, I just quit. I just be like, give me a job. It's the Mace Jackson show. 12 weeks paid.
Now 12 weeks paid is good. That's reasonable though. But I can't see 6 months to a year. That's too long. You got to start working from home after 12 weeks. Then I may let you work another 12 weeks from home. To establish yourself. To help everything out. But yeah, I need some form of work because I know my homies. I know some people that be like, man, you can go work there, get pregnant, man, they gonna pay you for a whole year and then you quit. Like I know people that will do that.
I don't even want to look at it pessimistically. I think that there should be there should be a substitute plan. I just think that there has to be relief for the businesses. That's all I would say. Like, I'm not against it. I just think that it is impractical if you are barely making payroll to have a ghost payroll that you have to finance without any guarantees or without any supplement. But I do think I think I'm evolving on like the workplace kind of stuff. And trying to make it better for families. Like, I'm not against vacation. I'm not, like, I just been coming to this point where I feel like, man, I be running around, and it would be nice to just slow down and just be like, okay, cool. But if you gonna make it in this mug, you can't just make it doing the average. You make it doing the average, you gonna live average, and I just can't do it. Now, that stated, there has to be, this is where that socialism kind of government thing takes place, because I do think they do it in other countries. And so I'd be curious to know what the models are. I just have not wrapped my mind around the fact of I got to pay pay a quarter for something I can't get. It's just tough. Temporary casino fight still going on. With the temporary casino, again, stay tuned at 7 o'clock because I think it's going to break down kind of what's going on in that space. $300 million loan fund. I think you all should just be paying attention to this. Tony Preckwinkle approved a $300 million no interest loan fund for towns and municipalities because they're not, because the property taxes are going to be brought in late, and so they're not going to be able to pay their people, places, and things. So she is offering a $300 million interest-free loan program to cover up the fact that they're trying to cancel the kids' Christmas. So Tony Preckwinkle and Fritz Kagi, as you were told, property taxes are going to be late. She has installed. Think about this. You made a $300 million fund up to protect a white boy who didn't do his job. Think about the gravity of that. While working against the system. Like, it's tough for me. Right? So, could you imagine if that was a black person? Who giving you ain't do your job and then they gonna make up a $300 million loan fund interest-free?
Oh, interest-free?
Interest-free $300 million loans to the municipalities because the property tax bills are going to be late and they're not going to be able to pay for their goods and services of their municipalities.
That do seem like a catastrophic systems failure.
And
who's being held accountable for it?
No, everybody going to be quiet, protect the white guy, and he gets to do... Like, think about the gravity. Just reading that in the paper just blows the hell out of me. I cannot lie. It blows. So you made up a $300 million interest-free loan. So everybody be quiet. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Municipalities can't pay for the police. Can't pay their librarians. Can't pay their bills. Dude told y'all get over it. And now y'all president. And then when they asked him about it, he said, talk to Preckwinkle. It's okay, though. It's okay. Mays Jackson show. I'm going to stop telling y'all about stuff. Riis, the Bears are 2-2. Justin Fields had his best passing game of the season. You ain't got your arms up? No, see, you did this, Riis.
I mean, I was kind of happy I was kind of happy about the score because I bet it on the under, so it worked out for me.
The 50, when he threw the 51-yard pass, though, I was like, uh-oh, this is what we looking for. And then there was nothing. And then there was that.
Yeah.
Weekend update. What y'all do this weekend? Hey, y'all should have seen. Can I tell y'all what I saw on Friday? First of all, shout out to Pastor Corey Brooks.
Best fundraiser ever.
Corey Brooks threw a shindig on Friday night.
He had him from Lake Point Towers to 63rd Street.
Lord, and not 65th. No, wait, let me back up.
I mean, yeah, you're right. 5.
I don't remember. I don't know which one, 63rd. So shout out. I know it's going to be people that be talking smack. I know Tracy is over there talking smack. But I really had a great time at Pastor Corey Brooks's. I feel funny saying Pastor Corey Brooks knowing how drunk I got at that thing.
Jesus, like wine? What you talking about?
That was not wine. That was liquor.
It was wine on the table, wine at the bar.
Shout out to Eddie from A&S because he did. You know how you go to like the open bar and they got 3 bottles?
Oh,
they be sitting up there and they be like, I ain't never heard of that order. It was like they had Deuce, they had.
No, Mace. This is why when you walk up to the open bar and they ask you what you want and then they say, would you like a double? How you supposed to say? You can't say no to that.
Man, they
just knew that it was first Sunday coming on up. I I appreciate that.
Everybody was so nice. All the staff were so nice.
Good time. Great way to look at Union Station, like with all the people running through it. Just thinking that was the same first place where the buses came. They done moved them down the street. So I thought we was going to have to walk through the immigrants at first.
Move along.
Nah, you don't tell them to move along. They get to stay. We got to guarantee them the right to everything. Anyway, shout out to Corey Brooks. Shout out to Riis, Ruthie, Asia, Big Swill, Carrie Steele, everybody out there. Pastor Brooks, great time was had by all. Y'all know I asked Darren Bailey about the slavery thing.
Yeah.
I did. Why y'all know that is just, these people just lie. They're just lying on me. And I said, well, Darren, you're I was like, you should ask them about the least offensive. And be like, who, what? I was like, y'all got to get some zippy comebacks. Now, I'm not messing with you. Right? And I need to tell y'all, they was trying to take pictures and stuff. So they could be like, y'all don't be.
No, I got my picture.
I was like,
I took a picture with Darren Bailey's wife.
I got my picture.
I like his wife is very, very nice.
I think they all nice.
I love a good farming couple.
I bet you, but they'll have you right on TV. I'm nervous about pictures nowadays. After Tony Preckwinkle and Fritz and all them.
That is wild to have to think like that.
I was at the Urban League Gala. Like, we took a picture at the Urban League Gala, and they turned that into, they darkened. Remember, they niggerized the picture and then put it up. And
that's
now
wild.
So I'm like, hold on. No pictures.
You have to be hyper aware of, like, that's tough, Maze. Like, that's a tough way to have to.
Welcome to my existence.
And then I have to do it for other people, too. Like, that's a lot, like, to have to.
It's like, burn me once, shame on me. Burn me twice, shame on you, burn me. Like, nah, you stand over there, I'm watching, and then, it be, how people be, Ruthie. I'm just telling you.
I mean, it's so nefarious, like.
I mean, I just be like, like, I literally walk into the room and I scan the room and I be like, inch. And then when I'm talking to people, people think I'm not paying attention to them. I'm always just looking around to see what is in the universe, right? And then in a space like that where you got like real haters and intentional haters and hidden haters, and then I just be like,
but what I noticed about you is you don't let you don't let people get the jump on you. Like, and then depending on how you feel, you might say, and I see that person over there scoping me out too. Why that person mean mugging me like that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna point you out. Like, nah, we ain't gonna. Like, I'm not for the playtime stuff. Like, that's why it's like you gonna say it. Like, if you gonna say it say it. I'm right here, Come right on over. But I feel like I almost had, like, at a certain point. That's why I was glad we had our table, because I had a great time just really in the proximity of our table, and I wasn't really trying to go meet people. But then people was coming over. But man, Corey Brooks, great time, man. Y'all, Riis had his old go. Riis came in player. He proved to me, and he wore a do-rag. He proved to me.
A turban.
On a do-rag.
What was that?
A turban.
Yeah,
that's different than a do-rag.
Yes, it is, man.
So
I got
I thought it was fashionable.
Yeah, I got a lot of
that's part of his religion.
Yeah.
What religion is that, Riis?
Black man.
I've been really dabbling in my look. I've been messing with the little Israelites a lot too, so that go with them too.
Oh, you're Israelite Republican.
Come on, Riis, have a weekend.
Look, we over there, Jake. Look, we gonna see Jake, King Israel, and Riis coming up. Riis gonna come in here with one of them purple things on.
Yes.
Talk about some da-da-da-da.
I've been dabbling lately, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Read your literature.
Go ahead. Get your spit that. Let me stop. Do they make you spit literature when you Hebrew Israelite? You got to know your scriptures, right? That's what it is. I ain't gonna even try. I don't want no problems. Let me stop.
You don't be sending them YouTube videos?
I don't watch YouTube.
You watching it?
Yeah, they like an hour long that I'm praying.
They be long.
Yeah.
No, I don't watch YouTube too much, except for us. Let's see. I went to the dentist on Friday before I came to the dig. So I was having a chill on on the sweets table. But man, Dennis ain't no joke sometimes, boy. Especially when you go and you ain't ready for what they were talking about, and they was like, "Hold up, why don't you just sit right here?" So I had to take me a long nap. But you know what I enjoyed about the Corey Brooks thing was the bar. They only shut the bar down for a minute. Did you see when Oprah popped up? Muggs was like, "Oprah, y'all hating." Corey Brooks be like, "Keep on hating." Them white people said extra zero.
Hey, the one thing I would change is when we go again next year and have our table, I'm gonna bring about $20,000 so I can bid on some of them items.
We really look. Me and Ruthie was about to go on a fishing
I
trip.
wanted that fishing trip so
I
bad.
talked to Corey after that. I was like, he's like, we can go anyway. I was like, good. But man, we was about to go for that fishing trip. We needed what we needed at that table was like a pack before. Like everybody
put in like 3 or something.
But you think about it, nothing went past 10. So if we would have just said 2, 2, 2, 2.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right? Everybody bring 2 to the thing. That's why we bought the trip, because I was like, man, we didn't get, he gave us a table, so we might as well buy a trip to Mexico. State Supreme Court watch. Pay attention. We're going to talk about that later this week because there's a lot going on there. I don't know if you saw this in Cranes.
Petty Cranes.
Congratulations to our friend Titus Williams. He was promoted to interim program director at WVON.
Oh, wow.
Titus, man.
Wait, he ain't been that?
No,
he worked so hard.
Shout out to Titus. Congratulations. I'm sorry under the misfortunate. Did you hear about why?
No, what?
So apparently, the program director was the interim after the program director after Todd Delvin has been accused of being a registered sex offender, and someone called in.
Whoa.
And highlighted it. The VON released a statement. The attorney for VON released a statement saying that they investigated the allegations, found them to be true, and have temporarily suspended him indefinitely. Hence, Titus Williams, who used to be my substitute board op, is now the interim program director.
Wow. It always sucks to come up on a position on something like that, but
how much do they pay? What's the pay difference though?
The same. But shout out to Titus.
Shout out to
so
Titus.
Nice.
He is a good dude. Like, shout out to Titus. Great dude. Shout out to Titus. Happy for you, my brother. Make sure that check goes. All right. And then I just thought was important for y'all to pay attention to. The Safety Act changes. The governor was in a debate with Darren Bailey and said that he was open to changing some aspects of the Safety Act. Cannabis. So here go my thing. If they can change the Safety Act, why your eyes go like that? Safety Act, then why they can't fix cannabis? And we're going to let Ruthie's face continue to tell it all as she continues to Google. We'll be back after these messages. It is the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break. Jurassic World Live Tour. 65 million years in the making. See Jurassic World's most iconic dinosaurs. T-Rex, Blue the Raptor, Triceratops, and more roar to life with epic thrills and heart-pounding adventure. The feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour. Coming to Allstate Arena November 3rd through 6th. Free parking for all ticket holders. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com today. And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd. I want He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:56 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler. with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. Head over to sports in the MLB. Both Chicago teams get it done at the Cubs beat the Reds 8-1 and the Sox win 2-1 against the Padres. Preseason in hockey, Blackhawks lose 3-0 against the Wilds, while the Bears take a tough loss 20-12 and are now 2-2. Head over to traffic now in Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop, 27 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 23 on the Edens. Deerfield to the Exchange, 36 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 30. While the Eisenhower was 41 minutes. Thorndale to the Loop, 30 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 46 minutes. Outbound 30 to Bishop Ford. I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes. 30 minutes to I-80, while the Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South would be 7 minutes and 8 minutes north. While today's weather, it is currently 50 and clear. Today will be a high of 64 with a low of 46. I'm Reese the Ruler. Happy Monday. It's the Mays Jackson Show. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Come on the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come on the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn it around. To the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha, to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane to Golgotha, oh Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another. Please, son, look and have mercy. Have mercy over our home, Lord. Have mercy. Have mercy.
You are listening to the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Ruthie Moore in the building, y'all. It is the Mays Jackson Show. It's not a sweater. This is a hoodie. It's my Nike Urban Warfare camouflage hoodie, Robin Patrice.
Sure hope they paid you for that free promo, though. You just did it. And he just, my Nike. Ooh.
He's a Nike person.
So now, hold on.
It is urban, though.
So y'all worried about who paying me now? We worried about who? Okay. And let me just say, hood. And I just wanted to point this out, Robin Patrice.
See, now I like
underneath.
That shit. Yeah.
Right? I was trying to get to a point, but since everybody.
You matching today. All the way from the top to the bottom.
That was the point.
What kind of shoe? What kind of socks you got on though?
I got on gray socks. Gray Nike socks.
Okay, they Nike though. They still kind of go. All right, Mace. On a Monday.
I get my socks from the man at the light. Try to get that
$5 a pack. That's why I'll be so tempted to get dish towels. It is not easy to find dish towels.
You gotta get them and then wash them.
I just be so nervous.
You gotta get them and then wash them. Don't just use them. Get them.
You don't get the dish towels from the pack? Oh, I'll buy them.
Tell them I get that.
I get the dish towels.
I'll get the dish towels. I have a hard time finding dish towels. Like, where do y'all buy dish towels? Like,
from that man that we just
No, you get dish towels at like Home Goods. You can get them at home. You can get them at
go to a home store.
You can go to Marshalls.
I be looking. I never see dish towels. Them little square ones that's like made for dishes. They got like the little netting on the back.
I don't like them. No, I don't like them. Those suck. I just like a straight rag. Right? Like I don't like all the extra newfangled versions. The rag, get them, and then I need an SOS pad or a green pad. Like the SOS pad and then the green. JB Allen, what I need you to do is go into my inbox right now and put your address in the inbox. Go to Mays Jackson, not the Mays Jackson page, and put your address, because Ruthie is, when we leave this meeting today, Ruthie is going to get your stuff. We talked about this on Friday. We're going to make sure you get it. Look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show.
Look, she just asked.
See? I told you. I think I might have put the check in the bank now, so Ruthie, you better go ahead and send it. I don't want JB, we got you, though. Look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Gotta say, flea market, yeah. You can get them all type of places. I don't go to the flea market though. Actually, I think I'm gonna start though.
What you want to get?
I want to just shop for I want to find some vintage. I want to find
furniture.
Not furniture, like buckets and stuff. I want to do some antique shopping so that cleaning out with mops and brooms. That's true. Target, definitely. All of those places. Target definitely has them.
I'ma look.
You just don't be
Target expensive. Target be tripping. It's like these Walmart products.
I don't go to Target.
You go to Walmart?
I don't go to neither one. I go to what's the name of them people? Menards. I love Menards.
You like the grocery section?
I go to the grocery section to get my Snapple, sometimes cookies. Like they have a bunch, like water.
You ever been to Farm and Fleet? Better than Menards.
I love Farm and Fleet. We just don't have. You got to go south.
Come on. I got one. I got one where I'm from.
Farm and Fleet, boy. I'd be like, let me get that cattle pride.
Farm and Fleet has the best bulk products, like on the low.
It's survival mode. I used to love the Farm and Fleet catalog.
The
sales
paper. The Christmas one. Whoa!
Yeah, Farm and Fleet is.
I love Farm and Fleet. I even like their clothes. That's where you get your Carhartt from.
Yeah. That's where Carhartt, that's where it originated. Oh, no. Amazon, I have to stay off of Amazon, because if I get on Amazon, I'd be like, it could be here tomorrow. Give me 6 of them. Give me that tomorrow, too. I'm about to jack Amazon. First of all, Amazon, if they send me something by U.S. Postal Service, if I find that ever again, I'm never getting it.
Are you serious?
Oh, my God. I'm still waiting on the package that was overnight from U.S. Postal Service. It's 2 weeks later. They talk about we can't find it.
Yep.
It's 10 boxes. Talking about they can't find it. What was in it? Don't worry about what was in it. Just find my 10 damn boxes. Then dude gonna show up yesterday on Sunday, talk about, look, I got this. We don't even got open hours posted for Sunday. He talking about, here go the cigar cutter I was looking for 3 weeks ago. If you
Listen,
don't get your ass.
Yeah, once I saw the mail people start working on Sundays just to deliver packages, I said Amazon is taking over.
I got my package lost this weekend too.
Are you serious? Do y'all be tracking them?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine said delivered to the mailbox. How you gonna put 20 boxes in the mailbox?
Right.
Liar.
Mine said that it was still at the post office, but the post office said it was out for delivery. I had to have them call in. They had to literally.
It'd be too much.
They literally was like, sir, I'm just gonna be honest. We lost your package.
Listen, for that very reason. So this is my theory. I feel like the drivers who deliver to black neighborhoods be taking the packages.
I live in a white one.
Because why? So for that very reason, I got a UPS box because I got so tired of who is stealing my packages? Is it the people in the neighborhood, or is there a lapse and the postal people really is taking this stuff because they know they can just say that somebody stole it off your block? It is the most annoying thing.
Or you can get one of them, get it delivered to the Amazon locker.
I like those, but sometimes I feel like people be waiting for you to go to the Amazon locker.
Oh, you better go to the one at Whole Foods. What is you talking about?
See, but I ain't trying to drive all the way to Whole Foods.
I got you. Nah, I'm not going to the one at the park. Hell no. They put one at the Park District. I was like, this sound cool. And this sound cool till Negroes get let it be cold outside. No, I'm telling you, it's Amazon box lockers by my park, by my house. Mm-hmm. I was like, if you walk up, you deserve whatever happens to you. Whatever happens to you at this park, you deserve. If you had your package delivered here.
I thought thought it was a good idea at first.
No.
Until I started thinking like, I don't think you really want to roll up and do that.
Yeah. All right. What was we talking about? Oh, I forgot. What was we talking? How do we get on Amazon? And did we take a top of the hour? We didn't even take a top of the hour. So let's do this because I got a lot to talk about at the top of the hour. But part of what I want to do before we do is Riis, hit the button.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Who are the mayor's black operatives? And what are they saying right now? Who are the mayor's black operatives? What that be Amazon like? You want your damn packages?
We listening right now.
We listening right now. Don't throw them up the steps. Just set them outside. Dang, it do look like something by the door now.
Mm-hmm.
That's them people who stole the packages and listening. Damn it, he figured it out. All right. Anyway, as we move into this full tilt election season, you know, in this next hour, we're going to talk about kind of all the different dynamics. And I think I'm going to mix this question in. But before we go to break, I want you to start thinking about this. And if you're listening, I want you to think about if you fit in this category. But who are the mayor's black operatives and what are they saying? One, to us, right? So right now, guys, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, in about a month, it is going to be time for the Negro Parade to start. And so, do you know what the Negro Parade is? The Negro Parade is going to be the mayor's response to the onslaught around Invest Southwest.
Oh.
So, essentially, and it's funny because you know how every time we talk about Invest Southwest, you like, I know people. And you like, but I can't say nothing. Well, I want you to let them know they got about a month until they must join the Negro Parade. And what exactly is the Negro Parade? Well, we're going to talk about that at 8 o'clock. But right now, the mayor's black operatives have now got to start creating the Negro Parade line. So what I want to know is, who are the mayor's black operatives and what are they saying? First, to us. So, Riis, somebody is going to come knock on Ruthie's door and say, Ruthie, we need you to join the mayor's Negro Parade. Now, what I want to know is, who is that person that's going to knock on the door? And, Ruthie, what does the black operative on the mayor's side tell you to join the Negro Parade?
That you get to ride on the float?
How come have you been riding on the float?
Been walking.
Oh, so now did she tell Willie Wilson he could ride on the float? when she asked for his endorsement? Because it's right around, we're gonna be coming right around that time. So who has so this goes to my point. Who are the people that are riding on the float now that are telling you that you can get on the float if you get on with the mayor? So to get you on the float, Ruthie, are you getting on the? Are you right at this point? Would you get on the mayor's float?
Me?
Yes.
I think I don't know. Probably not.
So now the operative's job is to get you on the float.
I can't think what would convince me.
So there's two things they're gonna have to ask you. There's two ways that you get on the float: what she's done for black people, or you. But right now you ain't on the float, so she ain't done much for you. And what will she do?
In a nice way or in a?
Well, she
don't
did.
Ask me for that type.
Right
of way.
now she can't do the don't ask me for because she's asking you.
Okay, so she's
so
nice.
Now, what does the black operative have for you to be on board with the mayor? What has she done already, and what will she do? And then can we trust her or the black operative to deliver it? Who have we seen the mayor deliver to?
So, this is just me personally.
Come on.
I I don't really judge people, but if I do judge you, it's going to be at the height of your power. So how do you treat people when you got the power? And the mayor has shown us time and time again, don't ask me for shh. So no, hecky no, don't trust that. Hecky no.
So my question becomes, because right now, the black operatives are now in the streets. So my question is, who are they and what are they saying? So who are the advocates for Mayor Lori Lightfoot right now? Besides city employees. And what do they say to you to get you to be involved or to support the mayor going forward? So it's what has she done? You said a very good point, Ruthie. How do you judge someone at the height of their power when they could do right by you unabashedly?
Yes, sir.
When have we seen the mayor take the opportunity to do right by black people when given the opportunity?
Nope. She did the opposite. After she said, don't ask me for shh. Like, you gonna tell the alderman of my ward, don't ask you for nothing? Now I gotta suffer? Because you want to wield your power sword?
So Mayor Lightfoot told the black alderman, first of all, she told us that she told the Latinos she did more for black people than any other mayor, including Harold Washington.
You said it.
Told us she got the biggest slanger on the block. Willie Wilson said she bought hers, though.
I came across that Wiener Circle clip again. That Wiener Circle clip is up there with the little boy when she was like, move along. You want to take that home to your mama? He's like, man, we can't never have no fun. Yo, boy,
So now you've got to ask, what has she done for us at the height of her power? What can you point to? We now see the Invest Southwest tour happening in campaign season as we prepare for the Great Negro Parade. But my question is, who are those operatives and what are they selling you to sell black folks? Now, the other question you got to ask is, what are they telling the mayor? Are they telling the mayor, oh, they love you? Oh, mayor, don't worry, the black people got your back? Or are they telling her the truth? Right? Or do they say, F them? See, because I believe that, as I've told you before, the black people have it confused. The black people in power have it confused, so they think it's their job. The mayor is in a vulnerable position right now. She's not operating from a position of power. She's operating from a position of goodies in the toolbox that you as the operative should be spreading around to people, telling her, you need to make friends. This is what this person wants because, Madam Mayor, you don't have a path forward. But oftentimes, the black operatives right now, because this originated with who is in the best position right now to leverage the mayor for black opportunities? That's really my question. But the operative, the black operative, is going to be more intent on telling the mayor to forget that Negro, you don't need them. And remember, I told you black people have been taught in this space to teach politicians how to navigate around black people instead of through or for black people. So now the black operatives who are sent out into the marketplace, who have only been taught that they will rule by fear and intimidation, ain't nobody scared. Doug, what you got? What you doing? And so my question becomes, what is their unique selling proposition? First of all, who are the black people right now on Mayor Lightfoot's team? Make them stand up. Because right now it's a lot of people playing coy, right? Like it's a lot of people trying to play footsie with the mayor, trying to stay in the space just in case she win, etc., right? Or trying to be like, let me see if I can get the It's even people running for alderman that are trying to be the mayor's candidate, although the mayor has not demonstrated any deference to their communities. But now it's, once again, it's proximity to power. So what you're going to see is, let me tell you, like, it's a lot of people that operate with a safety net. Not tripping. But it's a lot of people that are selectively critical. Right? You can see it when it's JB, but you can't see it when it's Lori. Right? Because obviously we understand everybody got self-interest. But if you got a problem with Democrats in Black Chicago, if you got a problem with, then you probably should be having a question even about this mayor. So here's my question. All the people that's pro-Mayor Lori Lightfoot, stand up and tell us why. I want you to stand up and tell black people in Chicago why they should be supporting Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Not beyond what you got. You stand up in front of the black, and here's what we're gonna do. Let's go through all the campaign documents. Let's go through all the black host committees and funding committees, and let's be like, what has she done for us? If you are out here actively promoting Mayor Lightfoot to the black community, you have to tell us why. And if the answer is you, then you don't count. No, because here's the thing. The black people that get themselves in position advocate from the position that they are the answer to the black community. Right? So, Mayor, if you get me, I got you and I got the black community. Okay, so fam, if you got the black community, then your job is to deliver. What is she delivering? What are you delivering via your relationship? What are you delivering to black folks? And if the delivery includes you, right? And if you first in the delivery, and then you tell me everything beneath you is less than, if you are the emissary, how you taking yours off the top and ain't delivering nothing to the people and then telling us we supposed to be with you? So, here's my thought. I think that the Mayor Lori Lightfoot advocates should come to, we don't have to talk to the mayor. I want somebody black from the mayor's office, from the mayor's campaign team to come sit right here and tell the black community what has the mayor done for us and how has it changed since the moment that they unleashed remember Ray Lopez? Remember the street gangs attacking black folks? Remember that? Because y'all forget.
I recall.
You recall? So what I'd like to do is hear from the mayoral advocates.
But she told him he was foolish, right? Like,
right.
Okay.
And so she told him he was
like, this ain't happening.
Ruthie. So my question becomes, what do you say when you go into the room, when you see the mayor and you be like, oh, Mays is crazy? No, Mays saw black folks get mollywopped.
No, you're foolish. It didn't happen. That's why she got to take them hard stances.
I know that woman. That woman, right? Remember Anjanette?
Of all the Africans.
And I watched that video.
Tell me, Mr. Advocates, what did we miss here?
You need to tell me what you're looking for. What are you looking for? Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter is handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Oh my God, pause. This cannot be right. At the height of your power, how do you use it? At the height of, this was 2 years in. She could have just said, pay the woman. So my question becomes, right? Because this is really now about politics and extraction. Okay? So right now in the space, we don't need to be sentimental. It's hard, cold facts, ma'am. We need the cash on the table because you ain't got no credit. No, I'm just saying. Look at Willie Wilson. Real talk. You show me any black man that has tried to advocate that has not been disrespected. What black man is respected in this space? Black woman, for that matter.
What about this guy? I always see him. Maurice D. Cox.
From Detroit?
Department of Planning and Development.
That's the guy who's running the Invest Southwest program.
That's what I'm saying. I always see his black face. So he's one of the people that's standing up, just being like, hey.
When last time you talked? Who do we talk to?
I don't even know.
Have we seen him and been on the radio? He probably been on the other. Let me start. I was going to start renaming. But I guess my question becomes, who's selling the mayor to black people? Who? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Reese, open up the phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Who are the mayor's black operatives and what are they saying? Because right now, guys, the mayor's black operatives should be passing out the goodie tree right now. Do you understand what I mean by that? Mm-hmm. Like right now,
we should be able to be like, here are our demands, and they should be coming to us to meet those.
The mayor is giving you patios, right? Skating rinks with no walls. White folks still got cannabis licenses, right? Right now, the black operatives should be saying, Madam Mayor, if you want to move the needle with the black community, maybe you should jump up and stick your finger in the face of the cannabis guys who ain't sold us nothing, who ain't gave us nothing. Now you ain't getting the governor, so maybe you should demand that there be no more cannabis licenses unless, right? Remember everything she can't do. Mm-hmm. See, right now we are letting black people off the hook for cheap. Mm. So if you are working for the mayor, you supposed to be working, fam. Because it's not sweet out here.
I see what you're saying.
Right? So the black operatives, you know how they used to say, make me do it? Mm-hmm. Like, ain't no meeting unless you coming with something, fam. Like, you coming and saying, what do you say when you come and ask people to support the mayor as a black person in the black community? And you come empty-handed. See, again, and what people will tell you and what the black guy will do is be like, don't get me in trouble, as compared to, look, you want to win, you better talk to the people. We, again, let me tell you, the white guys are advising the mayor to make friends with as many people as possible. Like, you need to build it. You know what the black guys do? Somebody not gonna do?
No, that was him.
Oh. You know what the black guys do? The black guys try and protect the mayor from black people, from the people that they want, and hope that by shielding her from it, but by not telling her the truth, by not being like it's real, mm-hmm. you only put her in a worse position. Caller, you on the Mace Jackson show. Who are the mayor's black advocates and what are they telling black people?
Mace, you know. The one thing that our mayor ain't doing or is concerned with is people that look like her skin color. One thing she's not doing, she's not concerned with, and I'm going to tell you why. We have no backbone, right? So here's the thing. If she make a deal with one black, the other blacks will come out the woodwork and say, well, hey, what about this and what about that? And the only way I think she makes a deal with anybody is if she gets some kind of kickback. She gets her palms greased a little bit. She gets something for it. The reason she doesn't have to help us is because she didn't need us to get in where she is. She ain't gonna need us to keep her in where she is. So she don't need us at all. The aldermen are getting snubbed in the face. So what I tell you before, Major, two things that has to happen for people to respect. They either got to fear you or they got to love you. She don't fear us. She damn sure don't love us. So why is she in office? Why do we have a person that looks like us in office, talks about us like she's with us, but does the exact alternative thing that we have been getting done to us for centuries, for decades, for generations? So, you know, the man's a joke. She's what they call the underlay for the overplay. When I was growing up, you know, just man, listen, ain't nobody out here in these streets talking to the gang leaders, talking to people in these neighborhoods to find out what each one of these neighborhoods need. And that Southwest is a crock of BS.
Dang, Brother Ball, Brother Ball on the call. Brother Ball woke up and it's like, look, I ain't having it. I just want to remind you because this. Go ahead, Brother Ball. You can continue.
Only person I know that got something out of the deal and he worked hard for was my man Corey Gilkey over there at Least. You know, everything else, man. You know, it's just sad. Like you say, even the weed. You know, even with the weed, man, you would think that we would have at least one or two sprinkled out, east side, west side, with some black people in it, so people could come in town and be like, "Hey, go over here and support your people." None of that. So, you know, man, I'm just gonna sit back and watch it. Hopefully, some heads go roll. Hopefully, we can make some noise and throw some tomatoes and get something, because we just getting punched, kicked, spit on, getting our houses ran in while we naked, and ain't nothing happening from a woman that look like us, man. So I don't know what to say, man. I'll be honest.
Bro, Ball, that's my point, man. I feel like right now, and I'm telling you, it's Negroes running around here telling her she's straight. Don't worry about May's crazy. Like, black folks, we can see, we can read. It's literally Negroes out here being like, Mace Jackson, oh, he's a troublemaker. Don't worry about him. No, like, for real? Like, sis, did y'all not? I need to not be crazy in this world is really what my issue is right here, because I feel like right now everybody else can stick the mayor up. And if we were smart, the black people in spots, instead of running around saying Mace Jackson is crazy, they'd be like, Mayor, it's a real problem out there. But while they around there talking about let them eat cake, it's just crazy to me. Hold on. Let's thank you, Brother Ball, on the call. Look, let me do something real quick. Reese, turn my volume up. Turn me up in my headphones, because this is, again, at the height of power, Ruthie. What do they say?
Move on. Let's go. You want to take this virus back to your house and get your mama sick?
Your mama.
Hey, y'all that over 20, y'all that need to find a screw. You talk about go home, you go home. Hold up, ball head.
It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Ruthie, I think that thing that you said though, but how do people act at the height of their power? That's some real.
No, so that lens that I filter through to see how do people act at the height of their power has honestly helped me so much in life. It has helped me so much in life. So much. So I would implore people to utilize that strategy, and it'll tell you who people really are.
Oh, see, Ruthie.
It's really kind of, but honestly, viewing things through that lens will have you looking at the world differently. And sometimes it does work against me because it makes me less forgiving, because I remember how people acted when they had the power. So it's like, well, because everybody had a fall from grace. And once you fall from grace, how then, like, what's my level of forgiveness? So it makes me have to be more forgiving or start to let people bleed out. So it's just like, which one you want to do?
So black political operatives for the mayor. Reese, turn me up in my headphones one more time, because I just want to remember, under the perspective that Ruthie gave you, how does she act at the height of power? Right? Here we go. Let's give it to him.
My fear is yesterday to stand at the front line between police and looters and rioters And I'm simply not comfortable telling my churches, those people, to be the intermediary in the middle of a riot that's citywide. We need something better, because right now we only have 370 whatever National Guards on standby. Half our neighborhoods are already obliterated. It's too late. We have to come up with a better plan, because my fear is once they're done looting and rioting and whatever's going to happen tonight, God help us, what happens when they start going after residents, going into the neighborhoods? Once they start trying to break down people's doors so they think they got something, or, we know that people are here to antagonize and incite, and you've got them all pumped today, they're not going to go to bed at 8 o'clock.
Hold on. Because, they be doing the whole...
They're going to turn their focus in the neighborhoods. I've got gangbangers with AK-47s walking around right now, just waiting to settle some scores. What are we going to do, and what do we tell our residents other than good faith people stand up? It's not going to be enough.
Thank you, Alderman.
Height of power.
Next question.
Well, no, I want an answer.
You ready, Reese?
You commented on everybody. I want an answer. It's not something you ignore. This is a question that I have.
I think you're 100% foolish, I think. If you think
fuck you.
Hold on.
Who are you to tell me I'm...
And if you think we were not ready and we stood by and let the neighborhood go up, there's nothing intelligent that I can say to you.
Well, maybe you should come out and see what's going on.
One of the stupidest things I have ever heard. I understand you want to preen. I understand that you think that you...
Mayor, you need to check your attitude. That's what you need to do. Right now, no. You need to check your...
So I think it's just, you gotta, the height, how you say it, Ruthie, at the height of your power?
Mm-hmm. How do you wield
what
it?
What are the black political operatives saying right now? Who are the black people promoting the mayor, and what are they telling black people? Reese, anybody on that live line? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, you on the Mays Jackson Show.
Good morning, family. What's up, Ruthie? What's up, Reese? What's up, bro?
What's up, Devo? How you feeling, man? What's going on, man?
Hey, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful Monday. And I do agree with Ruthie, because time and time again, at the height of her power, she is disrespected, disregarded, and just treated, respectful people like trash, man. I mean, it literally started from day one when she didn't call Dr. Wilson back after he basically went against his own self-interest and vouched for her. So I mean, it's a habitual thing. I'm thinking this is a character issue, and she just got some unresolved stuff that she need to kind of work through. And also, we just need to start promoting and voting for people who, are a lot more character driven. You know what I'm saying? Like people that you'll say, yeah, I could invite them to my house or my space or whatever, because it seems to be a consistent pattern that the voters kind of fall into, man. So we just need to start electing more genuine, regular people. So
I'm with you on that. Speaking of that, thank you, Devin. We appreciate your calling. Cut him, Reese, before he messes himself up. Right? That is our man, Devo Gordine. And you said, speaking of genuine people, let me just play another clip. Reese, you got me up in my headphones. Turn my volume up on the what you mean? We still got calls too. All right, so I'm gonna turn this one up. I just want to add some perspective. Y'all cool? Y'all ready? Let me just, cause this not what you is not. This is what her mouth said. Right? Let me just give you her mouth.
But I think he, and again, I don't want to speak for Dr. Wilson, but I think he recognizes that change is absolutely essential and necessary, and that I'm the candidate that has been speaking to that for a long time, and really is going to be the one to make it happen.
So how much does this help? Obviously, he won a majority of the black wards. Tony Preckman came in second in all of those wards, I believe. How much does this endorsement help your campaign?
Well, look, Dr. Wilson is somebody who's deeply respected all over the city. He's deeply respected in black communities across the city. He has spent a significant amount of his time, his personal resources and wealth to do everything he can to address some of the most urgent needs in those communities. So I'm hopeful that his affiliation with this campaign and the idea around change is going to resonate with a lot of different people in different communities, for sure. Look, I've gotten to know Dr. Wilson very, very well over the course of these many months. He's shared lots of different issues with me and his rationale on a number of different things, and I'm happy to have his endorsement, because I think fundamentally where he and I agree is the absolute urgent necessity to invest in our neighborhoods, to change people's lives and to give them opportunity and hope. That shared value is where we have connected.
That's going to be a commercial. If I was Willie Wilson, that'd be my commercial. Even the mayor endorsed me. But you know, y'all don't want me to play. So that is when we talk about, let me just give you another one real quick, and then we're going to go to the live line.
This powerful $99.
Thank you, Reese. Got to skip the ad, and then we're going to go to Reese. Let's go turn the volume up. That's me.
On the gas card.
Some city council members today ridiculed Mayor Lightfoot's proposed $12.5 million giveaway of gasoline and transit rides.
In the end, a committee narrowly approved it, and the full city council could debate it next week.
Our political editor, Mike Flannery, has more.
I don't know. In response to mayoral campaign rival Willie Wilson, Lori Lightfoot wants to use taxpayer money to give away 50,000 gas cards worth up to $150 and 100,000 CTA Ventra cards worth up to $50 each. The giveaways, scheduled to run all summer, ending as a Lightfoot re-election campaign would begin to collect voter signatures in August on its nominating petitions.
And what's more important, a senior that doesn't have heat, or to give out free gas cards as a promotional gimmick for re-election campaign?
Anthony Beal, who wants the $12.5 million taxpayer dollars used for other, more worthy programs, was among a dozen committee members voting no on the mayor's proposed giveaway. The mayor's allies saw no problem with putting her name on the giveaway cards.
And I don't care whose name is on it. You know, somebody have to sign somebody's check. They're not going to look at the name. They're going to look at the amount on that check.
Others called it improper electioneering to use taxpayer dollars to compete with Willie Wilson, who plans another big gasoline giveaway this weekend.
Is that Willie Wilson is coming out of his own pocket with his own money, whereas what's being proposed here is spending the taxpayer dollar to do the same. So I won't be in support of this should it make it to the council.
Today's 15-12 committee vote signals the roll call could be close again next week if the city council, as expected, debates the measure then.
Let's go to the live lines. It's the Mays Jackson Show. It's like she dissed the man. She wouldn't let him get the. Remember, she wouldn't sell him the mask. Wouldn't buy the mask from him. Then hand out
at the height of
COVID,
the pandemic,
and
at the height of her power,
and then want to give you booty masks because she telling we making masks out of used underwear. He giving you the. Remember, it's all right though. It's the Mays Jackson Show. Caller. Who are the mayor's black operatives and what are they telling black people in Chicago? What's up, caller?
Shalom, shalom.
Israel, King Israel was good seeing you on Friday night, my man.
Good, sir. I ain't heard from Reis, man. Y'all ain't abducted him. I ain't firing him because he was at the event.
Reis, he's sitting right there, man. He's sitting right there. He said you saw. He said he flipping to the Israelites anyway. So what's going on, my brother?
He's good, man. He blessed in the mouth. But no, seriously, I be listening to all stations, watching a lot of things. You know, I think your spot on political. I don't see no black article, whatever you call them. Like Maurice Cox do, I ain't heard him down the south. I ain't heard him nowhere. I be owning him and Samir.
Israel, wait, you mean to tell me? Hold on. So you mean to tell me, as politically astute as you are, as much as you are in the streets, as much as they can't stop you from coming nowhere, and I see you everywhere. You mean to tell me that you don't even know who the mayor's black operatives are? What are they doing if they don't know you? If they ain't trying to talk to you, who are they talking to and what they telling them? Cause I mean, you out here on the front lines. Ain't that their job?
That's what I'm trying to give my report to you, my brother. It's been a shift. It's been a shift in the power. I'm talking about. I'm from the streets this week. You know what I'm saying? And they creating new. They trying, but that in Southwest seems like they're trying to create some more front companies and some more. I don't want to say no disrespectful words, but they trying to keep that thing going, and it's over, man. It don't collapse. It don't implode it.
Wow.
You got to keep saying what you say, and you got to stop saying it's over. It ain't over. There's a small water. I saw something on Facebook. When you keep saying it's that, and the words are spirit, my brother. Man, it ain't over. It's just beginning. It's their demise.
Okay.
Like you say, they legislate, not demise, but we need, and I ain't gonna let her tell her Muhammad called in one day. He was like, man, tell us where they at. We're going to get them. You just got to keep educating us so we know who the target is. Other than that, I don't give a hell who in office. I'm coming kicking their door down anyway.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, bro.
So let me say something right quick. Dr. Wilson, brother just said, man, how she did Willie Wilson. And she's from Ohio. She don't know Chicago.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Keep going.
No, you good. She's from Ohio, so she don't know Chicago. Some false prophets. That's what he said. Man, she ain't from Chicago. She don't know. I ain't think that meant nothing. She don't know how Chicago works, and she's trying to keep that old system going, and it just ain't working, my brother. So just keep educating the guys and girls, and man, it's a cosmic shift, man. See, you be in the rooms with them people that don't want you in the room because they ain't going. You ain't gonna sambo it out. I was just with a construction contractor the other day. One of the guys came home, which you already know, but I ain't gonna go into detail. It's cosmic shift going all around this situation. So politically, we gotta destroy these people, man. And the one last thing, I'm gonna let you go. Everybody don't deserve power. If it was, that's why the world got rid of what's his name, Hitler. Because we'll be speaking German now. Like you say, people, everybody don't deserve power, man. I'm just leave right there. Wrong.
There it is, my man Israel. Turn the volume up on me, Riis. Let me see.
People.
All right, so Madam Mayor, Willie Wilson, as you know, announced for mayor today, put $5 million in his campaign fund, and said, had a series of criticisms of you on the violence and on your style of governing. It's obviously going to be a full tilt campaign. Is the criticism he levels at you fair?
Well, I did not see Dr. Wilson's press conference, but I'll just say this. Look, it's that season. People are going to jump in. People are going to try to distinguish themselves. But what I'm going to do every single day is focus on doing the job that the people elected me to do. And part of that is making sure that we're focused on public safety, that we're focused on the pandemic, and that we're focused on truly equitable and inclusive economic development, in particular, as we have talked about today, making sure that we support our young people. I'm very comfortable with our record of accomplishment. There is that narrative that some like to perpetuate. But what I would say is look at the record of incredible success through a global pandemic, an economic meltdown, and all of the other challenges that we faced over the last 2 years. There'll be plenty of time for me to talk about that, but right now, I'm focused on making sure I do the job every single day that the people of this city elected me to do, and that is to lead.
Specifically, he said he would abolish the COVID vaccination mandate.
Well, I think there will be a lot of people who ask a lot of questions about that issue. I'm very comfortable with what we have done to try to keep people safe. And you got to lead by example. Every single court, every single arbitrator who has looked at this has said without qualification that it was our right as the employer to make sure that we are doing everything that we can to keep the workplace safe. And we've heard from our employees who are grateful because they don't want to come back to a workplace where they're not safe, where they don't know whether or not their neighbor has been fully vaccinated. No decisions that we've made over these last 2 years have been easy, but they have been guided by the data and the science, all in the interest of making sure that we save people's lives. And I hope is the biggest pandemic and public health challenge of our lifetime. So, as I said, there'll be plenty of time to talk about the politics. Right now, I'm focused on the people.
Thanks a lot, Mayor. Craig Wall, ABC 7.
Mayor, one of the things he said, particularly this morning, is that he voted for you in the runoff in 2019, but he said it was a mistake, quote, a hell of a mistake. Do you expect that this campaign is going to get ugly, and when will you formally announce your reelection plan?
Well, as I said, there'll be plenty of time for the politics, but right now all I'm focused on is doing my job of leading the city out of a pandemic and into economic prosperity.
And just did need to ask you about the continued problem with crime on the CTA. What is the city going to do to deal with this? Dr. Wilson saying he'd bring back police on the CTA. But what is the city doing?
Well, as you well know, Craig, we put more resources from CPD uniform officers and more presence, and that's starting to see dividends. We're making.
Look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show. Just a little compare and contrast. I think the mayor is gonna have. I'm still trying to figure out who the black ops are. No, seriously, because like, what are you saying to black people? Like, and does your word mean anything? Like, real talk. So think about this. You're going to put your word on you're going to put your name and reputation as a black person in the black community for Mayor Lori Lightfoot, not knowing that she'll survive. And that means you're going to be prepared to lie to people.
Yes.
If you are a black op and you are pushing, you're going to be lying to black people. So I want to know who it is and what lies you got to tell us. Please. Please tell me who are the people right now that are out. What black person has she kept her word with that we've seen publicly? I'll let you think about that while we take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about this mayor's race. Because I think one of the other things you got to look at is, we didn't talk about it, but you saw Lightfoot backed up on the property tax increase?
In Mexico, right?
She did it from Mexico, saying that magically they found $200 million. Now, when they first gave us the budget, they said they were $128 million short. And that was before we had 2,000 immigrants with 500 coming every week. Right? So now 500. So it's going to cost us $2.5 million a week. So essentially the mayor has to add $130 million to her budget. But all of a sudden we ain't got no need for a property tax increase. We're going to talk about it because really, Ruthie, what it means is the walls are starting to close in on the mayor. The walls are closing in, and so now she's being forced to listen, which goes back to my last question, which is, who are the black operatives for the mayor, and what are they telling her? Right? Because, like, if you recognize that she's blinking on the property taxes was a signal that, because Brian Hopkins was like, oh my God, at least she listened. Now, the challenge is the white folks are going to pounce. The black folks are going to be like, don't get nothing from that. They're going to talk you out of getting what you should get. Well, the white folks going to be like, they're going to give the white people whatever they want, while the black people going to be like, we'll hold the black people back. Don't worry about them. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll talk about it when we come back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Lot of thoughts in my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate. When I meditate. I roll with God cause he never late. My son dialing denial of the Ben Franks. On the road, let's travel with a full tank. Revolutionary overture, that's too saint. I mean, that's too son. I mean, that's two saints. Like Peter Paul, me and you could be the new saints. Let me paint a new picture on the 16. Woody hair, black man with divine jeans. Yeah, I be rapping, but these 16's art. Cathartic, therapeutic, really, who needs charts? All I need is heart, God's love, and some knowledge. Acknowledge, don't acknowledge, I be good, to be honest. It's like, if you never knew my name, at least I know me. Broken chains on my brain, now I'm set free. At peace in the now, I'm complete. Cause all I ever had to do is just be. Just be. Lot of thoughts in my mind, gotta designate what to leave, what to take, and appreciate. A lot of people talk fly, but I levitate. Rise above with the love when I meditate.
To the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't dose no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now, other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Mays and Riis and Ruthie and Ty, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. They ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, through on the ones and twos. Ruthie Moore sitting in as my co-host today, and we have been talking about who are the mayor's operatives. I want to talk black operatives because they got a hard sell ahead of them. The walls are closing in. I don't know who's beating Willie Wilson in the black neighborhoods. I just don't know. And so it's going to be a battle for second place. But I just want to know, what are they telling us? Because right now, I'm going to tell you, white folks are in the process of extracting and signing 10-year. Remember why she signed a 10-year Lollapalooza deal? Remember when I say you sign up for your next job? We need to look and find out who got the law work, who got the, like, all of those different opportunities. Remember when we read that story about the nightclubs and we found out that dude had the contract for 10 years for Lollapalooza for the liquor? Right? Like, I say that we got to start asking the questions. Right now, if I'm the mayor, I'm doing one of two things. I'm either reading the polls and saying I can win this, or I'm reading the polls and saying, who can I help on my way out so I can be straight?
Didn't that get us them parking meters and Mayor Daley that job at the law firm?
That's what got us Lollapalooza 10 years. That's what got us NASCAR.
Cheesy
with no
peeps.
money.
There really should be some type of legislation against this.
That's why she shouldn't get that's why she's not going to get the casino. I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. But let's go to the live line. Call you on the Maze Jackson Show. Who are the black people selling Mayor Lori Lightfoot to us in the black community right now? Turn that radio down.
Maze, Byron here. Hey, Maze, can you hear me?
Byron, you turn the radio. I can, but you got to turn the radio down. Byron, you chilling today, man. You doing the Maze. You're not going to let me get you upset today. Turn that radio down.
I ain't got no radio on, brother.
Turn the computer on. Turn the computer down. You see that? Whatever you got, you listening to it some kind of way. I can hear myself. Are you on speakerphone?
I got. I'm on the phone, man.
Okay, I'm gonna just not talk.
Maybe
Go ahead.
I'll call back.
Okay.
But basically, what I was maybe she's not going to run. What's the possibility of Lightfoot not running?
I have heard that some people speculate about that, Byron, but I just don't think that with her hubris and the way that she be walking around here like the Empress with no clothes, that she could actually do that. Like, now, I'm not saying it's impossible, and some people have brought that up, but I am curious to know, like what would make you say she wouldn't run again? What would give you any type of indication of that? Byron?
I think he's gonna call back in.
Okay, cool. All right, so let me do a little bit more on this real quick. So I don't know if you all saw, we talked about this a little bit, but the mayor reversed her position from Mexico on the $42 million property tax increase. Now, let's be clear. The alderman did not have to vote for a property tax increase directly, but it was already being marketed. Remember, she passed when she told them not to, if they didn't support her budget, don't ask her for ish. Remember that? Well, part of that was the automatic property tax increase. Right? Remember, so it was the big controversy then was we were concerned about the automatic property tax increase because of it being tied to inflation. But remember, they were like, it won't be bad because inflation is so great. And then all of a sudden we had the worst inflation in the last 20 years. So now the property tax increase, she modestly increased it. She didn't take it as max as she could. Then she said, we're going to get rid of it all the way after Alderman Irvin and Alderman Mitz was like, look, you leaving, you got 15 aldermen leaving, none of them like you, you ain't made no friends, which means that you already got to start down 15. If 11 people jump off the ship with the socialists having 6, which means that you really only need 5 people to defect, plus Anthony Beale, which means 4 to defect on your budget, you ain't passing a budget.
If 4 people jump off?
If 4 people outside of if the 15 aldermen that are changed don't vote with her, then you've got 11 to 26. Then you got 6 socialists, which would jump, right? Because they're going to be with a CTU-ish type of person. Then you got Anthony Beale, who ain't going to stick with the Black Caucus. So now she's only got a 4 vote swing in the space to pass this budget.
Kind of undergirded by the Black Caucus, though.
Undergirded. Her base is the Black Caucus. So this goes back to my point of who's in the best position to leverage the alderman. Right now, if I'm Jason Irvin, I'd be like, man, you better give these niggas this cannabis, or you better give them something, because they ain't going for the Invest Southwest with the wall. Riis is not honoring the skating rink with no walls. He ain't honoring it. He'd rather have the gas station with the reading room. At least it got 4 walls. Kids won't be cold. Go work all year. I'm with you, Riis. See how I do? I'm a lobbyist. See. So now, Ruthie, you're looking at the mayor, who is now in negotiations that's called the blink. Right? So now she's blinked, which means that you know she's nervous. You know she's fearful. Which means that you can now expand that gap. So if she's scared about a property and tax increase, then see, the problem with the black operatives is they like, don't worry about the Negroes. Right now, the black operatives should be saying, Madam Mayor, I feel you on the property tax increase, but that ain't what the Negroes mad about. Because remember, she told us it was the cost of a sandwich from Al's Beef before the property tax increase. Now she got to get rid of it. She was like, oh, that's only the cost of an Al's Italian Beef, trying to be Chicago. So now, Ruthie, we know that the mayor is now making political decisions. Like, not even taking the high, not even trying to hide it. I'm not going to pass this. I'm going to pass this to next year because I'm not going to, I want every chance to win. The reality of losing is now in the proximity. Like, everybody this is the one time in the election season, I mean, in the 4-year process, that if they ain't thinking about you, you got leverage. Now, the black people will give up the leverage. The white people are going to exploit the leverage. This is how it works for white people. White people be like, I'll give you this money, but you're going to have to meet with me, and this is what I'm going to need from you. Black people be like, let me get the money, and we gon' don't worry about, we should just be happy for you. We just happy you great, madam. Remember, because we think them as royalty. But realistically, the black people are collecting in their self-interest, not in the interest of black people. So if you're running with the mayor right now, you got to explain to me what you got from the mayor. Like, if you're running with the mayor right now, with the Anjanette commercial, with everything that we know, you got to be able to justify to black people why you doing it. And but you can be honest. You can be like, I'm getting paid. I made $1 million off the mayor. Okay, fam. Then we just don't need to listen to you. That's cool. Ain't nobody mad at your money. But you don't get to go to the mayor and be like, they straight. We be like, that he don't speak for nobody we know. So if you in the little protected class, that's cool. But you don't get to come over here and be like, oh, mayor, they're cool. No, we ain't cool. And you'll be embarrassed. You will. Because what they count on is the Negroes to be quiet so that we don't embarrass you, but they'll embarrass. We want to make sure that the black dude don't get played. But the black dude will play you to make sure that he don't get played. Ooh. Oh, no, nigga. Not happening no more. Nope. So now, tell the black people why you are supporting the mayor, why we should be, and what makes you a genuine ambassador. Right? Because we understand, fam, you are getting rich. What that mean for the rest of us? Are you what you putting on to the rest of us? You feeding the mob? If you ain't feeding the mob, fam, you lunch. No, I think it's people be around here eating. They be like, and you know how y'all be like the crumbs at the gate? Nah, I don't do the crumbs at the gate.
You don't want no gay bread?
No, I don't want no gay bread. And I don't want to pass out the gay bread. I want to take the bread from the dude who at the gate and open up the gate and be like, and if he don't want, he get ate too. We could be bread eaters, we could be carnivores.
But I think that the way so you're a political operative. So the way that your mind is thinking about this is, the way the mayor is going about this is normal. It is politics.
This ain't normal. You ain't wrong. You ain't daily.
It is normal. Now in today's society, with an awakening of political consciousness and men like Mays Jackson, it's not normal. But this has been the business as usual for decades. So now it looks very absurd, but that's normal. It's normal. It's normal for them to send a black operative in, for them to pass out the gate bread, and for us to look the other way. That's been normal. How is it that Mayor Lightfoot,
you pass out gate bread, you got to lose an arm?
But
the lion, you passing it to the lions, then. We eating the arm.
Come on. Now, see, that's old school political thought. Like you wouldn't even dare come into a pit of hungry lions with steak tied to your back talking about y'all want ground beef. But we have, it's been okay for decades for people to do black people like this. So we can now say, okay, come on in the fence if you want. Come on in the fence if you want.
Yep. So now, here we are. Here we sit. Riis looking like we're going to do a break again. You ain't getting me again. Look, y'all, it's the Mays Jackson Show. Look, I got something to break down. I want to break down what this property tax increase means, or the fact that she's not going to do the property tax increase means. It means that the mayor is blinked. And if the mayor is blinking, who is going to do the extracting? Now, if you ain't never been a G, then you don't understand extraction. If you've always been a giver, right? If your answer to winning the game is to be a cook instead of be the king of the castle, you probably shouldn't be speaking.
But I mean, you know, I'm not the best political operative. You know, I'm more of a visionary. And I told y'all the mayor was going to use the black alderman as her path, because who else is left?
So, and we're going to talk about that because I think that's really the question. I don't know that the mayor can really use the alderman because from what I'm hearing, right, they haven't won either, right? And so you got a few loyalists, but now when we talk about this after the break, you got to think about if you're looking at a weakened mayor and the biggest players now are going to be after the mayor is Stacey, MF, and G. So now you got to choose between the mayor and Stacey, MF, and G. And if you're looking around, because right, not only is they're going to be playing in the mayor's race, you see they already taken out aldermen.
That part.
So you see they already endorsed in Susan Sedlowski, which that's a walk away, but they also endorsed in Gilbert Villegas, right? And so Gilbert Villegas is now, does he try to double down with the mayor? Does he have to save himself? And remember, they changed his ward to like that little sliver that goes across 6 different wards.
Mad, right? Because it was, yeah.
Because the socialists, but the socialists, in conjunction, CTU, put him on an island. So now if you're a black alderman, you looking at this mayor who just blinked, who is now clearly making political decisions, you got to choose. You know, I told you, it's choose ye this day whom you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Well, now I think we're coming to a head, and I think Stacey, MF, and G put her pimp hand down, and I think that the game and the dynamics have changed. I don't even think we're talking about Chuy Garcia anymore. We'll talk about it more when we come back. It's the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Jurassic World Live Tour. 65 million years in the making. See Jurassic World's most iconic dinosaurs. T-Rex, Blue the Raptor, Triceratops, and more roar to life with epic thrills and heart-pounding adventure. The feeling is real. Experience it live. Jurassic World Live Tour. Coming to Allstate Arena November 3rd through 6th. Free parking for all ticket holders. Visit JurassicWorldLiveTour.com today.
Sesame Street Live, make your magic. Experience the fun. Join Elmo, Abby, and friends on an amazing journey. Filled with surprises and spectacular illusions. Discover the magic in everyday life. When Sesame Street Live comes to your neighborhood. Coming to Rosemont Theater October 7th through 9th. Tickets on sale now. For show details, visit SesameStreetLive.com.
Smiling more every day, closer to my dreams. Hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares, healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people, thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing, worry dishonors God, so I just pray, and I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds, gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters, your rhymes ain't like mine. Big dank from the west side, this is my best self. Taking vacations, hoping the rest helps. Got a career now, loving what's ahead. My spirit is
walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some new friends, let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My lifestyle going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I wanna be. No headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie. It's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love. It feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio. This ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raised my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive. Well, call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet, living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right?
Now ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. Feel good.
Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. When you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago. Wake up, world. This is the Mays Jackson Show. Hey, man. So, Ruthie, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk in code, but I'm going to talk. So, look, y'all. Yes, I am very aware that there are people out here biting me all day. Right? I am very aware that there are people that are taking the information, the videos, the words that I share, remixing them, repackaging them, and representing them. And part of the reason why I keep telling y'all that I'm not going to keep doing this is because, again, as I told you before, reporters can only report what somebody told them. If you haven't lived it, then everything that you get is insight. So you can remix what I do. You could take the information that I give, but what you will never have is original content because you, my friends, are you're remixing the Mays Jackson show, or you are reporting. You are taking information that has been given to you that they want. Remember I told you how we used to do reporters? We be like, we'll give you the inside scoop. And the reporter thinks they got the inside scoop. No, fool, we just want you to be the vehicle for which we tell. The difference between Mays Jackson and analysis and a reporter is a reporter talks about what analysts have lived. You know how Carrie say, don't talk about it, be about it?
That was deep.
You talk about it. I lived it. Right? And I think the challenge for our people, the challenge for black folks is that we have a bunch of people, because our people are so longing for knowledge and information, there is always someone willing to step in the gap and deceive you and take advantage of your pain and suffering. White people are not the only people that take advantage of black people's pain and suffering, right? So this show that we do is about that, is about highlighting how black pain and suffering is used to make or create wealth. Now, there are also the people within our community that aren't really within our community, because they would tell you to save other people before you save your own, right? But because you are so thirsty for knowledge and information and are so fed up with the process that they take advantage of that. Right? So,
no, straight up.
I do hear people remixing me. I do hear people taking my videos, not my videos. Shout out to Media Burn, who I have been pulling the videos from. But like, fam, just reference. It's like, the challenge for me is you can't be hating on me using my information. Right? Like, you talk smack about me, but then you want to take the same stuff that you learned from me because, nigga, you didn't know. Neither did you. It's like nobody here was an inside operative. Right? And it's like, don't talk from first person. Be like, I got that from Mays. I be tired of that. Don't see, you done got me on a tangent. Look, it's the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. I want to go back to the city of Chicago. So here's where we are, y'all. Mayor Lightfoot blinked. She blinked last week all the way from Mexico. It was the blink heard from Mexico. Essentially, last Thursday while she was in Mexico. Now, my thing is, did she stop in Texas to talk to the governor or talk to any of them agencies or talk to the bus company to get a route together for these buses? Oh, no, because she was in Mexico. So she flew over Texas, went to Mexico, because I'm telling you, the mayor's on her kick it tour. Like, look, I'm not going to get greeted as the head of state too much longer around here. So now, the mayor blinks. What that change in property tax indicated was that she is willing to make political decisions as she gets closer to this election. Right? Because that's the fiscal decision. That's the moral responsibility. It's the right thing to do. We think about all the reasons she said it. She set it in place, and now it's all out the window because she got to win a re-election. So now is the time to press, in my estimation. Right? This is when the reason we need to know who the black political operatives are is because they're supposed to be getting pressed right now. They're not supposed to be at the party kicking it. They supposed to be feeling some kind of pressure because their long-term success depends on the mayor's success. So if you out here selling the mayor, then you should be pressed right now. You should be out saying, Mayor, we got to move cannabis. We got to get some legislation on this gambling. Mayor, we got to make sure that we have figured out XYZ plans but if you're not really operating on behalf of black folks, what you doing is ducking out right now. You chilling. You going to the parties. You telling everybody we should just be with you, but you ain't bringing nothing home. And this is where you become useless. Because if I got to go to the white boy to get something done, as compared to the black person in the mayor's office when she's in time of need, guess what? Then we know we can't come to you afterwards. If you can't help me before when she's in her weakest moment, you know you ain't helping me when she ain't. So there's no real value for you. It's better for me to work with white people if I want to deal with the mayor for black people, not black people. No, seriously. You don't need to deal. If you want to get something done with the mayor now, you need to find you somebody white. Because the black people are going to be like, their job is to mute you, not to elevate or to get more for you, for your community. Somebody used to say barking dogs, right? You need to have barking dogs. We want barking dogs when it's into our benefit, but don't bark too loud. Because then everybody might get some. Bark loud enough for me to get some, and then I'll feed you. So now, somebody's got to tell me what the mayor's lane is. Right now, what is the mayor's lane? She's got a pending budget vote, Ruthie, with 15 people vacant. She's got 6 socialists, which means 15 plus 6 is what? 21? That means that if 5 people defect, the mayor does not pass a budget. And guess what happens today at 10 o'clock?
What?
The mayor has her budget address to the full city council. So we're going to see her plan. Now, remember, we started out with a $128 million deficit, which was one of the smallest in history, right? Then we take away the $42 million that she just took off the property tax. So now let's say that's 200, what's that? 82 plus 40, what's that, 220? So it's like $250 million that we got to figure out where she's going to make it up in, which my guess will be in your speed cameras, but I'll let that be. Now, Ruthie, so she tells us that before she needed that money, now she doesn't. But what she also is not telling us, remember, and I asked you when she gave us the original budget, she said she had to add money in. Remember, Hector Villagrana told me I was racist for asking how much money should we budget for our migrant brothers and sisters. Then we saw the mayor release a tweet that says, yes, they will be in the budget. Well, Ruthie, is she going to give us a real number or is she going to make up a number, right? Because essentially, we've got about 500 migrants arriving every week. At $5,000, we said that was $2.5 million a week migrants are going to cost us. Times 52 weeks equals $130 million extra dollars that needs to be put into the budget. Now, my question is, who's supporting the mayor on the budget? By the way, I did get an alert. Migrants have been placed now in temporary homes in South Shore. Matter of fact, I have pictures. One of our Lions Den members sent me pictures of migrants moving in with their bags and garbage bags into vacant homes in South Shore.
Do you think that the migrant crisis will be a part of her budgetary address?
Yes.
Yeah.
It won't be a crisis, though. It will be positioned as who we are, what we do. Right?
Humanitarian.
Yep. We've got to continue to be the welcoming city. I'm not even knocking the doors on this at this point. But what I am telling you is, what black alderman votes yes for $130 million allocation for migrants? And is that an insult to black people? 130. So look, $2.5 million a week. Y'all could be mad at me, be mad at your mama. Them buses are coming. They say we get about 500 a week. If you average 500 a week times $5,000 a person. Dick Durbin has already told you that they're encouraging people to come. You forgot that?
Maze, speaking of that.
Did you forget?
Do you know that is a part of the regular Democratic rhetoric now? Nancy Pelosi said it. I pulled it. I got the info for you. As well as I read it as a part of a CNN article. So that was not a Freudian slip.
Riis, so you got it it's in the switcher. It's in the switcher. So you can, let me just play this back for you.
Across my state of Illinois and virtually every other state, there is a desperate need for workers. Our birth rate is not keeping up with our demands for workers, and in every walk of life that you can imagine, we need more people. And there are those who want to serve this country, but we need an orderly process at the border. Right. To do that, we need Congress to do its part on a bipartisan basis.
So we know that now the migrants are coming. They're being welcomed. They're actually being encouraged. At 500, how much will the federal government cover that 130 million? And I still got to ask, if I see 130 million covered, Ruthie, I'm going to be like, do we need any of that? So now we've got the mayor about to force the Black Caucus. If I'm the Black Caucus and I vote $130 million on the migrants, guess what, Ruthie? You better match me. So this is the point in an election cycle. This is the point where there's leverage in the budget. There's 4 or 5 people that if 5 people move, the mayor could be crushed. So now you got to figure out who are the 5 black people that would be willing to say, okay, mayor, what's up with gambling? What's up with cannabis? What's up with... Do you understand that there's probably no more leverage we're going to have from this mayor until this point right now? Now, let me put what else is out there. You got CTU, Stacey MF&G, who last week put her pimp hand down, along with Emma Ty and Chet Chewy Garcia, who at one point told United Working Families, he said, I want you to hold off on your endorsement of Brandon Johnson for mayor indefinitely, basically preparing to try and Robin Kelly Stacey Davis Gates. So Chewy, in feeling and swagging himself out and feeling all of his press and feeling all of this pumped up love that we all be like, Chewy is the most powerful man. The person who controlled his purse strings, Stacey Davis Gates, was like, also, you gonna go around, you calling people to say, don't endorse my candidate? And we put you on, Karen ain't here no more. So I'm here. You decided, after we know what our relationship is, that I am going to call your ally. Imagine somebody calling you up, Ruthie, and being like, hey, don't endorse Maze. I want you to hold off indefinitely. You mean the Maze that I work with every day, the Maze who checked that Maze? So imagine somebody calling you up like, yo, I just want you to hold off. You gonna say, well, it's one of 2 ways you're going to respond. You can either respond and say, okay, I will. Or you can be like, who you think you are? That's my man's. And they put you on. And now you calling me to tell them across the people that put you on. But why do you feel like you could do that? Because we just did it to Robin Kelly.
And she was like, all right, I don't want no smoke.
Right. She laid down. Stacey Davis Gates was like,
but hold on. Not only did she say, no, I don't want no smoke, but a lot of other black people also around her said, we don't want no smoke. So that part was the indication that these niggas weak.
Now, let me also throw to this that in that same process, Cam Buckner endorsed the Latina candidate as the chairman of the Illinois Legislative Black Caucus, which then plays into the mayor and her casino and anything she wants coming out of Springfield. If I'm the governor or if I'm the speaker, or if I'm anybody, I'm blocking anything that's going to hurt that dude. For right now, because you did what. I'm a state guy, not a house guy. I'm not a city guy. Then you see Teresa Ma pile on with the school block. So now they done blocked on school and blocked on the school. Damn, and the other one. What's the other one? I just lost it. Anyway, the casino. Because she still has to, for all of this, she still has to get a state gaming license. Now, Ruthie, if you're Mays, if you are JB, the mayor has disrespected you the whole process. We done seen the videos, we done seen the tape. So why do you help Mayor Lightfoot when you got 2 of your people saying, screw her? Now, if I wait 6 months on this casino, I can still give it to the next mayor, but why deliver her a win over my people? So now the mayor is trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out who is the mayor's ally, who is her lane. So now she's blocked at the state level. So her biggest crowning achievement, this casino, she can't claim it.
Because she needs state support.
She still has to get a license from the gaming board. No casino. Now, we thought Chewy, and I would probably be one of the people, Chewy, we thought could change and flip the whole table. But Chewy got too big for his britches and then tried to disrespect Stacey Davis Gates by stunting Brandon Johnson's endorsement. Now, I'm not here to advocate for Brandon Johnson, but we know that Stacey and Brandon Johnson are super tight. Now, ordinarily time, Ruthie, when they come, like in the case of Emmett Till, when they come to get the Negroes, the black people usually give them up. Stacey didn't give up Brandon. Win, lose, or draw, she didn't give them up. Now, if that cost her the election, she still was like, I'm not giving up this brother. Chewy, on the other hand, now, after disrespecting the black woman, but using her troops and allies to get this level of power, now is put in the corner in a timeout because you disrespected the sister who you forgot she got the purse strings. You ain't Chewy Garcia without the CTU. Period. CTU and SEIU, you dead. All the people that's running around, all the socialists, everybody that's tough, you are not tough without Stacey Davis Gates for now. So now Chewy, after trying to disrespect Stacey's candidate, is now putting time out because Stacey say, all right, so if you gonna do that, you ain't got no SEIU or, let me not speak for SEIU. You ain't got no CTU troops, but we got a brother at SEIU that's also on the, we ain't letting the Emmett Till joint happen. So if you step to Stacey Femo, we cutting you off over here too. So the first time in my life that I done seen here is probably people who I would not have ordinarily been aligned with, but they ain't letting no Emmett Till stuff happen. And so now Chewy, who was just 2 weeks ago endorsing aldermanic candidates, and remember they was declaring, remember the pictures of all the Latinos standing around talking about they was the bosses of city council and blah, 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 blah. Well, y'all stepped on the black woman who got the purse strings. Now, all of those people that are the Latino caucus aldermen or the socialists, guess who their backers were?
Who?
CTU. Not Chewy's money. Not Chewy's troops. CTU's via Chewy. However, what I'm hearing is the young Latinos are having an uprising on Chewy. Now, that's my other source. I can't tell you. But they like, hey, man, you still trying to be the boss of us, but you ain't really the boss of us. You perceptionally wise are the boss of us. Now, then you're probably thinking, well, if Chewy got JB. Well, Riis, Ruthie, when we come back, I'm going to take this call. Then we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you why the JB probably ain't going to side with Chewy in the mayor's race. Be interesting when you're running for president of the United States. It's the Mays Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Mays Jackson Show. What's up?
Good morning, man.
Anthony, what's up, Anthony? We ain't talked to you in a minute. What's going on, man? You all right? How's your health?
I'm good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to. Anyway, I got a side story about that. You know, when I was real young and first started paying attention to politics, right? And I was in the 10th ward where people were getting jobs other than like in Daly's ward and whatnot. My father sat me down. He said, "Son, one thing you don't want is a political job." I said, "Why is that? You could be working for the city." He said, "Listen, when the mayor changes or there's some changes, it's always like a fresh game of cards. It's a new deck, new players, all that. You out, new people in. So that's what we're looking at. You know, everybody running for cover, but since the obvious that the mayor ain't gonna get reelected, Chewy is over there drowning in his own foolishness and whatnot. It's gonna be new people at the table."
I wholeheartedly agree. I think it's a whole new power dynamic, and that's part of the reason why I'm just watching this thing saying we cannot sit this out, right? And I think that this is important also, Anthony, when we talk about these black power brokers or black non-power brokers, because they're not brokering power, they are brokering their spot as compared to something for the collective. Go ahead, Anthony.
You know, the big casualty though, your boy Irvin. He's been sitting around there carrying the man's water and whatnot, and he's gonna lose all of that as soon as she starts packing. He may as well pack too, because ain't nobody gonna want to trust him. His wife got a nice little, but he may be working for his wife again. Let me stop laughing. But that's the truth, man. That's the political jobs and appointments and whatnot. They're temporary at best, seasonal workers. You want to be a seasonal worker, you know, do some of that grass cutting or something like. Let me quit laughing, man. But it's the truth. Them political jobs ain't nothing to play with, man. Ain't nothing to raise your family on.
I'm gonna tell you, I'll give you that, Anthony. I know some people that though have raised their families and done it. You just gotta stay. You just can't. You can't be too black.
Tied to any candidate, you know.
There it is. All right, Anthony, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I'm going to break down why it behooves JB to stay out of the mayor's race, even besides the personal. We'll talk about it all when we come back. It's the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show will be back after this break. And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:40 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. We head over to the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop, 48 minutes. Outbound will be 36 on the Edens. 48 minutes in both directions, while the Eisenhower is 51 minutes. Thorndale to the Loop, 41 minutes to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, it'll be an hour 12, outbound 33. While the Bishop Ford is 40 minutes, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 34 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable will drive south, 55th to Jackson will be 11 minutes, and Jackson to 55th will be 8. While on the north side, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, 8 minutes, Bryn Mawr to Randolph will be 12. Today's weather is currently 54 and sunny. Today will be a high of 64 with a low of 48. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Monday. Here's Valerie, Mays Jackson Show.
Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture, but since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, baby?
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler, plus Ruthie Mo in the building, in the studio. Now, some of y'all say y'all got calls. Let me add something else to the mix. We saw J.B. Pritzker has not endorsed the mayor. I think is it pretty confirmed that they don't particularly care for each other? I think we saw that in the text messages and the exchanges, etc.
But we still trying to get the DNC.
Right. So we are still trying to get the DNC, which is probably why we can't talk smack about this migrant issue too. But J.B. Pritzker, in my estimation, will be working against the mayor. Here will be my indication of whether he is supportive of the mayor or not. The casino license. Ruthie, there would probably be nothing better for the mayor than for the governor or for the Illinois Gaming Board to announce that the license for the casino has been awarded. But for right now, Ruthie, guess what? The casino is essentially Invest Southwest. You making faces.
What you mean by that?
So they got the space, they got the idea, but they don't have the license.
Okay.
The cities, right. The city's come up with its plan and said we wanted to go here. I don't know if you recall, I asked, should the city council allow the mayor to have the final decision on the casino, knowing that there's the potential that she could not be here for it. But the city council, and I was pro moving forward, whatever, because I like where it's at. But now, Ruthie, it's in the state's hands. And we know that the governor controls all of the state. And if I was Governor Pritzker, the only thing that I don't control is the city council, is city of Chicago. Right? The next mayor, assuming that it's not Mayor Lori Lightfoot, would 9 times out of 10 be inclined to join the JB band. No, seriously. Like they would probably accept second man in the state, knowing that they would have the potential to be with a potential future presidential candidate. Now, Ruthie doesn't believe me that JB is running for president. I think he is. But now here's the interesting conundrum that JB Pritzker finds himself in. When you get outside of Illinois to run for president, you need more than to be a billionaire. You need the support. Who are the biggest supporters of presidential candidates on the Democratic side? Labor unions. Who are the biggest labor unions in the country? Teachers and SEIU. By sheer numbers. So now, I'm JB Pritzker, because Ruthie, sometimes black folks be making a decision for today. But if I'm JB Pritzker and I've been investing millions of dollars in statewide campaigns around the country, the last thing I want to do is announce a presidential exploratory committee, knowing that the two largest labor unions in my state are against me because I shat upon a labor candidate of the black woman. Now, I've already had my turn crossing black women. Can't have Stacey Davis Gates go to the National Board of Delegates as a firebrand, as one of the champions, because you know they look at Chicago like the supreme god of teachers. Stacey MF and G. Can you imagine if JB has to go speak in front of their national convention after he can cross Robin Kelly? But can you imagine? You seen Stacey Davis Gates? You seen somebody you want to cross?
Heck, no.
Now imagine that and if you cross her, let's just say that the most powerful, which I did not realize, black labor leader in the Midwest is Greg Kelly, who runs SEIU Healthcare, but he also is over the Labor Council, which means that he got like 90,000 people under workers. What the mayor got? Bunch of Negroes running around here telling us
we don't even know who they is.
Right. Now, many of you are saying JB can't be president. Probably some of you said Barack Obama couldn't be president. Salim suggests that we'll have to see another JB, which I think will emerge immediately following this campaign. Because we immediately coming out of the midterms, the presidential races start. We've seen JB appear in states. He's donating to governor's races around the country. He is using his money because he is gearing up for a presidential run. If I'm gearing up for a presidential run, why do I fall on my sword for Lori Lightfoot? Why do I piss off Stacey Davis Gates and Greg Kelly for Lori Lightfoot? Why? Who has undermined me at every point. And if Lori Lightfoot is taken out, I am now officially the undisputed king of Illinois. And now Chicago becomes a jewel instead of the jewel. Still the crown jewel. You'll still get the center. But remember, there's always been a debate over who's more powerful in the state. The governor or the mayor. I think this will end it. Why you mad? Don't be mad.
You know, I don't think about the intersection of Illinois politics and Chicago politics as much, but now I see how interconnected and really how they play off of each other, and you cannot disconnect those two things from each other.
And so now, if you're JB and you sit out the mayor's race, right? Why do I need to endorse? God help you if the polls showing he endorsed against her. Right? Now, this is the same JB who was almost going to go against Barack Obama. You remember that, do you?
For what?
He was not. JB Pritzker was not going to be with. Hold on, let me see.
He wasn't Team Obama.
JB Pritzker may not support Obama. Oh, look, JB done bought the whole. Yeah, they done fixed that. But it says, past divisions forgotten, Obama endorses J.B. Pritzker. Once upon a time, for those who have forgotten, J.B. Pritzker and Barack Obama were on the opposite side of the Democratic presidential politics. Pritzker was invested in Hillary Clinton's campaign, pitting himself against Sister Penny Pritzker.
Okay.
This ain't the one that I'm talking about, though. Oh. Right. Here we go. Hold on.
I see what you're talking about.
Hold on. Give me some audio. Please let it be some audio. Look. Dude is G. Look, they took it off of Bloomberg. So the article says he called Barack Obama mediocre at best, right? And said that he was not sure. Chicago billionaire J.B. Pritzker isn't sure he'll back President Obama in 2012. That's the second term. That means he was considering backing.
The internet never forgives. JB ain't got enough money to scrub everything off the internet. Remember that, people.
Oh, you gotta send it to me. How you send it to me?
I'm gonna email it to you right now.
I'm gonna
Mr.
take
Jackson.
it. So so again, Lord have mercy. These people don't be wanting no smoke. Ruthie,
I can't believe they took it off of Bloomberg like that.
you get Bloomberg.
Say less.
Are you tripping? Like, dog, they
Say less. See, that is the challenge when you have billionaire politicians.
But
like,
that is also when you control. Hold on. Let me do this, because this is important. One more time. This is why I be like, don't nobody love us. You don't love me. What's that song?
It's Gucci Man.
Gucci Man. You don't love me. Gucci, you don't love me. Here we go. Riis, turn me up on my computer. Ready? Here we go. Let's do it over here.
Are you going to vote for this president?
We'll have to wait and see. I don't know who the nominee is going to be on the Republican side. Look, I'm a Democrat,
right?
And I think and I tend to lean toward voting for the president. But I think this is going to be a long campaign. We're going to learn a lot during this campaign, and ultimately, I think as in every election, it's going to be a choice between two people and two parties that you're not 100% behind either one. You just have to pick sort of the best of a mediocre set of choices.
Least offensive. Play it, Riis.
Of all the African Americans I get
truffle investing
is qualified and people and vetted, and people will say, "Oh, that's a pretty good pick." The one that is least offensive and maybe gets you the most because it gets you that Secretary of State appointment is Jesse West.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Sometimes I hate the internet. Sometimes I hate it.
Man.
But the crazy thing is, because I hate going down a rabbit hole.
Hold on, let's turn this back up one more time, Riis. I haven't played this part. Send me the new one, Riis. Ruthie.
I sent it to you. It's the apology for that.
Wait, it's the apology for this?
For mediocre. For the least offensive.
Oh, God. Riis, do you got my volume up over here on the computer? Turn my volume up on the computer. Let's do it one more again. We're going to play it for us. Because I'll be like, this is why I'm quitting.
Are you going to vote for this president?
We'll have to wait and see. I don't know who the nominee is going to be on the Republican side. Look, I'm a Democrat,
right?
And I think and I tend to lean toward voting for the president. But I think this is going to be a long campaign. We're going to learn a lot during this campaign, and ultimately, I think as in every election, it's going to be a choice between two people and two parties that you're not 100% behind either one. You just have to pick sort of the best of a mediocre set of choices.
Dang, yo, he called Obama mediocre.
Truffle investing.
Y'all be tripping, man.
On the money flow.
Right.
On the money flow with all the billions of
on
dollars.
Bloomberg. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me? Caller?
Ruthie, Riis, Maze, how y'all doing?
All right, who there is?
What's in it for the black people?
What's up?
It's Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson?
What's up, black man?
Oh, this sound like
hey,
this.
look,
This Tyrone. What's up, dog?
Listen, man. The fact that you can play something back like that of what this current governor has done to black politicians, and the fact that we hook, line, and seeker all the tap dancing Negroes that line up who he paid and who he rent, because he rent these Negroes. He don't even own them. He rent them until he needs them again. So with that being said, here's a man who, with the violence in the black communities at an all-time high under his administration, with all the so-called public safety dollars coming down,
then the whole cannabis situation, and no equity in that, as they say, and then the whole gaming situation. And this guy is able to freely go in and out of our communities the way he do. It's not amongst the streets that he's doing this with. And I'm going to tell the streets, look at the people who hobnob with J.B. Pritzker in this Democratic Party who have over 40, 50 years have given our communities nothing. And yet hook, line, and sinker like puppets, we go back and forth without calling or demanding for anything in return. Watch every pastor. I'm telling the young brothers out there every day, and when we start passing out this pub ed, naming y'all by name, out in these streets by 20 and 30,000 leaflets talking about you Negroes who continue to vote hook, line, and sinker while our communities look like prisons and look like doggone war zones in some areas. While he talk about our mayor, I want to say this. If the mayor, if any one of these black elected officials vote with the mayor for $130-some million or whatever, when we have over 60% unemployment, 70% unemployment rate of young black men and boys at the ages 18 to 24, and we have no equity in these communities where you allow doggone dope dealers to come downtown and set up shop, bro, they will keep an eye on her. I don't care who it is. And I know I don't want to say his name, but a couple of your friends tend to vote with her on crap, especially with that cannabis stuff. I guarantee you, I don't care if they sitting outside of Rosebud. I don't care if they sitting outside of whatever little fancy restaurant or hotel gathering they sit at. We're going to be right there with them, calling them all type of tap dancers and bootlick in front of their white friends. So I'm telling you, man, let them vote. We got to start keeping a track record on y'all, because there has to be a social, political, economic, and moral behavior hit on these house Negroes. That's what I got to say. I want to listen to you for a few seconds. Let's see what you got to say. I want to know how much is it, 100, and how many million people voting for immigrants?
Well, we're going to find out today, Ty, because they're going to do the budget address at 10 o'clock. I'm going to watch it online. But here's my thought. My thought is they're going to try and mask it. Remember when I told you that they won't probably line item it as immigrant? What they'll do is inflate different line items, and that inflation of the line item will be so that they can provide the cover. So when you look at human health services, instead of it being a $20 million budget, watch it be 40. Watch a bunch of it come out of violence prevention dollars, right? Because that's the biggest investment. I wouldn't be surprised to see them then being able to repackage all of the things that you do into outreach that you do for the XFL, for the returning citizens community, or for the ex-con community, and repackage that and rename it, and then take those resources. That's gonna come out of your money too, Femo. So I
don't get no money.
You know what? I'm not saying your money. So back up. So let me back up, because Ty don't get funded. Let me back up. When I say come out of, I'm talking about that violence prevention money, not you, because Ty, we know you don't get any, and they have been fighting to stop you from getting.
Here we are with our women and children coming and riding on these trains with no doggone support, with no doggone protection. And you would throw 30, 100 million. You won't throw 30 to 40 to 50 million towards the proper security of our women and children riding these doggone control the work where we've been. So we're in over the next 2 weeks, man. I want you to just mark this. We're going to do for a whole week. Any black man out there that want to volunteer, they can come on with it and help us secure our women from these doggone attacks on these trains. Listen, we'll be patrolling ECCSD out our own dime, out our own pennies. We're going to be patrolling the train stations, man, in a big way with a cadre of brothers, man, and sisters who want to participate in escorting our women and children, man.
So when you get that, Ty, I want you to come in here and bring us that, and I want you to lay it out for the brothers so that they can get on and get on board. So as soon as you finish that up, get up and come on over.
Because we've made all the appeals in the world to provide safety for our family members going and riding these trains, or even just going downtown to have and enjoy themselves, is unacceptable. It's unacceptable for foreigners to enjoy downtown and our public transportation more than the citizens, man. It's going to take us to save us, man. That's the way we're going to take it, because we can't wait on them to give us anything, because they're not going to give us nothing. We got to do it ourselves, or continue to complain like little punks about why this is happening that. So we're going to we're going to cast the first lot to get to this public safety of these CTA. Thank you.
Thank you. That's my brother Tyrone Muhammad, always on the front line. Reese, Ruthie be over here sending me
5
these
minutes
videos.
today struggling to explain away comments about African-American politicians. They were caught on FBI wiretaps with former Governor Rod Blagojevich. CBS 2 political reporter Derek Blakely was there.
Looking somber and contrite, J.B. Pritzker apologized for how he characterized several African-American leaders in FBI wiretap calls with former Governor Rod Blagojevich.
I'm not perfect, and I clearly made a mistake that day, and I clearly wasn't my best self.
While promoting Secretary of State Jesse White for a U.S. Senate appointment, Pritzker denigrated former State Senate President Emil Jones.
He's Senate material in a way that Emil Jones isn't, if I may say.
Okay.
I don't know how to say it exactly, but Emil's a little more crass.
Right.
Pritzker says he called Jones to apologize but couldn't reach him. Jones was furious.
I'm not hurt by what he said because I always knew it was there. If you're black, you got power, you stand up for your people. I know what they're going to say. That's right. Uppity. Crass.
And even in promoting White, Pritzker hit an off-key note.
The one that is least offensive and maybe gets you the most because it gets you that Secretary of State appointment is Jesse White.
White brushed off being called the state's least offensive African-American politician.
I know about our relationship, and I was not offended by it. He apologized to me, and that was good enough.
But Jones added this.
Do you believe he's a racist?
He said so. I didn't. That's the other side of his face.
As expected, Pritzker's gubernatorial opponents were quick to pounce. Chris Kennedy says Pritzker's comments...
I'm not giving Chris Kennedy no love either, but I just need... hold on one second. Because I think... that I feel like one of the things that I think is important because I think about and I can't find it. Hold on one second. Spike. No. Go ahead, talk, Ruthie.
When I was like reading the caption, because I couldn't listen to the audio while the show was going on, the caption didn't pick up, so I could only watch and I could only imagine what was being said. And we just be down so bad. Like it's kind of like, I don't know what it's like to have to stand next to somebody that's hurt me so much. Like I don't know what that feels like, and I hope to never have to be in a position to do so, because I just don't know how people sleep good. Like it's mind-boggling. Like it has to. I think power and money can really make people compromise themselves, but it's just so hard for me to just give everybody else up. Like, how do you get that call, knowing what that press conference is gonna be about, and stand there? It's tough. That's tough for me. Like, what is that call like? I'm about to apologize. I need y'all to come stand behind me. Like, what did you get for that? Like, what's the trade-off?
This is my part.
What? Pino, who's your favorite basketball player? Magic Johnson. Who's your favorite movie star? Eddie Murphy. Who's your favorite rock star? Prince. You're a Prince.
Boss, Bruce.
Prince.
Bruce.
Pino, all you ever talk about is nigga this and nigga that. And all your favorite people are so-called niggas.
It's different. Magic, Eddie, Prince are not niggas. I mean, they're not black. I mean, let me explain myself. They're not really black. I mean, they're black, but they're not really black. They're more than black. It's different.
It's different.
Yeah, to me, it's different.
Pino, deep down inside, I think you wish you were black.
Get the fuck out of here.
Laugh if you want to. You know, your hair is kinkier than mine. What does that mean?
Ooh, Sharp Tone, the guy, what's his name?
I'm trying to find it.
Keep dreaming, man. Then you woke up.
Pino. Wob, Guinea, garlic bread. Dago Wob, Guinea, garlic bread, pizza slinging, spaghetti bending, Victimone, Perry Como, Luciano Pavarotti, solo meal, non-singer motherfucker.
You gold teeth, gold chain wearing, fried chicken and biscuit eating, monkey ate baboon, big thigh, fast running, high jumping, spear chucking, 360-degree basketball dunking, soon spade, Moulignan. Take your fucking pizza and go the fuck back to Africa. You little slanty.
Hey man, that's how I feel when I see those. Here's what they really think about you, and it's like it's tough for me that like nobody cares.
I have a real question, Maze. What is that conversation like? Like when JB Pritzker had to call black people. Like what did do you think he was honest?
No, let me tell you how it works. So, because I was there and I actually did an interview with him, and we brought all of BP1 and not BP1, what's in it for the black people. And in the instance, I try to take people for where they are. Right? So make good on it. Right? Like make good. Like, so to me, the opportunity for JB to come to here and sit in the chair and have him was the opportunity for me to put the cannabis thing in his face, the gambling thing in his face. You'll be able to see it if I play the video back, right? Like, okay, we're going to give this and use this as leverage. But the problem was everybody then was like, it's like you say we're going to forgive you but not forget. Everybody just play like they forgot because that $5,000 check, you know, JB will hire your people or something and it's no money to him. And so then you want to see the black people around them be successful, right? So you say you going to do the thing and run the ball. And then what you find is that the black folks that you trying to look out for to help him get through this, because when these crises happen, these are tremendous opportunities for black people. A lot of black people got a lot of money when he did that, right? The problem is, they still don't hold them accountable for it. Like they take the money and be like, okay, this bought my silence. No, this money that you've got allows me to put my mind to helping you come back, but you got to be genuine about it. He was able to pay you enough that you was like, I forget. Like everybody forgot. Like, so every day he came, it's like, instead of coming, it's like, you should still be suspect. Like the first time he showed up after that, he's not supposed to be comfortable. He's supposed to still be like, I'm still making good with y'all, right? You don't kill the fish. You got a golden goose. You bring the golden goose in, you make it lay eggs. They stopped making it lay eggs for the community and started saying, let me get my little, I don't even want an egg. I want some afterbirth. No, I mean, and then the other part is the black people put pressure on you. Right? Like, so then the black people that you know start turning the screws. Or being like, come on, man, don't be like them niggas over there. Right? You gonna stay poor for the rest of your life? How you gonna help your people? Well, I thought that essentially by creating this opportunity and developing a rapport, that at some point, you know, like you could call JB, like, look, I'm gonna pull you, show, right? I'm trying to find in my contacts because you got they done deleted them, but so like that was during that time, dude would be texting all the time, right? Like, okay, what do I need to do? What can we do? Right? And then you say, yes, what can we do? What can we do? And then you give them a list of demands. And then it's like everybody, all the black people you know, running around scrambling to do them. And then as soon as you leave, as soon as they elect, then all the black people you knew change their phone numbers and then try and get funny acting. So it's like, again, that's why I go to the black operatives that are working for the mayor. You can't trust them neither. Like, they haven't delivered anything. I would tell you that probably one of the worst things I did was allow Tony Preckwinkle or JB Pritzker to come on air. Because they came right on air. I gave them a platform to you because y'all trust me, and then they lied. Right? And then now it's the carnival barkers and the people back in the background. No, I could show you the text when you text and was like, oh my God, what do I do? All right, and I could show you what I told him he needed to do. And I would be proud to show that to the whole entire world. Now, I won't do it because of people involved, but I certainly would. I feel like you ain't going to find no emails or nothing that's going to be like Mays tried to sell us out. It's going to be, Mays was like, we had a problem. Okay, I'll help you with your problem, but this is what you got to do for black people. Our problem is the black people that we try to put in place to say, okay, fam, we're going to empower you in this situation. You got them. You could be the most powerful person in the world. They don't see themselves as the most powerful. They just want to be cool with JB. They just want to be cool with the mayor. I'm saying use the leverage that you got. This dude is at his weakest point. He done called you least offensive. We back to least offensive. And we know he felt that way because he said Barack Obama was mediocre. So wait, the Democratic governor is right, like was considering voting for Mitt Romney? No, he's not going to support Lori Lightfoot because he don't want nobody talking about that. Especially after you just fight and then you spent all that money on the Republicans in this race. Do y'all see why I just be going crazy? Then you got to chump on the radio taking what I did, take the same stuff I say, and use it to go get paid against JB Pritzker. Right?
Right.
So I let me tell you. The problem for me is that I am an open book. The problem is that I don't take, like, I'm not going to wear the t-shirt. I'm going to give you the opportunity. There is no one that doesn't see a value in the platform when they're in trouble. Nobody. But it ain't on them, it's on you. Because if I look up and he in the same space and you hear amen and every day, and then when they get in the space, you don't say nothing, I look crazy. He the only one mad. All right, y'all. So, no, JB Pritzker ain't ready to cross Stacey Davis Gates. Because he crossed Stacey Davis Gates. Then guess what? He can't have two Robin Kellys in a presidential run. Two Robin Kellys, a least offensive, and two Robin Kellys, a least offensive and a mediocre black president at best.
And the toilet thing. People gonna jump on that one.
Right. Now just think. And at the same time, Tony Preckwinkle gave away $300 million to the same asset. Yeah, let me stop. See how I be like crazy? See why I don't want to be with y'all black people? See why it's easy? Like, just think about this. It's easier to mess with white people politically than it is black people. Because the black people will short you. Mm-hmm. The white people will be like, they believe that they've got a victory bringing you to the table. Mm-hmm. You have more value. The black people want to minimize you. The white people say, Mary, you need black people. I brought you some.
We competition to each other.
What? What's the matter?
This is the end of the show.
What? When you make what's the matter? Just end the show.
Yeah, no, I want. No, just a little comment. Are we good? We good? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
All right, well, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I don't know if now I'm about to go look.
It's on Facebook and YouTube.
Where's that? Hey man, don't nobody care about P-Ray, dog. like why y'all what? I don't care about the trolls coming into the joint. And I mean, I didn't even mean to say her name. I apologize, sis. I did not mean to bring you to the table. I apologize for offending her in the space. I would not bring your name to the table. But that stated, hey man, that stated. The reality of the matter is, we are now in a space where we have to decide if we are going to broker our future or allow it to be brokered. And for the record, don't no comment from nobody make me end shit at this place. So we're clear. Now, with that in mind, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Ruth, you got anything else you want to say?
Archival video footage can be one of the most powerful things ever because we do have such short attention spans. Sometimes I can appreciate an old video.
It's a lot of old videos. Well, it seems like a lot of people are appreciating old videos. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, so for Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You won't have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.